Alright, hey there guys, it's Metro, and we're back. And some of you might be surprised. I mean, it's pretty early, 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock in the morning. Normally I wouldn't start till about 11 or 12, but I've just been getting up earlier recently. I don't know really why. Yesterday was the same. I was up at 8:30. Just getting to bed earlier, I guess. But, yeah, so don't really have anything to do for the next few hours. And I feel like I would rather wait and eat. Ideally, if I can do this fasting schedule, I'll do it. So this is a good opportunity. We'll just kind of push the stream up a few hours and get a couple things in earlier. And the game will crash or something. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, there we go. Anyway, so yeah, it looks like we have a lot of... we might have some trouble finding keys, unfortunately. Morning Metro, coming at you from North Myrtle Beach. Oh, damn. What are you... on vacation, I guess? How's it going, man? What's going on there? How's your week going? Yeah, so far so good, I guess. Yesterday was kind of a wash because the maintenance was up all day. Didn't really get to do anything. There's actually keys. 17 Told to Gore. You can do it. One more time, Told to Gore. Running out of times for Told to Gore to be easy. If you guys haven't seen the video I made on Told to Gore, or not necessarily on Told to Gore, but the clips I made, including ones from Told to Gore, this place is going to get a lot fucking harder, like probably twice as hard, which is kind of ironic because it's really very, very easy right now. So anyway, yes, on vacation with the wife and 2-year-old daughter. Sweet, man. Well, good luck. Hey, Julian Yossi, what's up, buddy? How's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. All right, we got, we just need a rogue now, looks like, so. This guy's sound familiar. Something wrong with the game here, I guess. I don't know what's going on. Operating very poorly, even though I've been online for quite a while now. Hey, Drix West, what's up, my friend? How you doing today? What the fuck is going on here? Anyway, hey, Paul. Long time no see, man. How you been?
What is it?
All right, let's see. We're going to Told to Gore. Hey, early stream. Yeah, Alex, definitely. Talking about it before, but just don't know. I don't know. The game's fucked or something. But anyway, I didn't expect to see you at this time. Yeah, I didn't expect to be on at this time, to be honest. But glad it works out for some of you guys. I just kind of don't have anything to do right now, and I wouldn't mind being done earlier in the afternoon so I could have the eating schedule I'd like. I've been good, man. Hey, Matt, Bo, what's up, buddy? How's it going, man? Long time no see as well. Busy, I guess. How you been? Yeah, I've been good. Same old, as they say. I don't know. There's probably something I could tell you about, but I've forgotten by now, so. All I know is we're doing dungeon, hopefully. Super busy, man. What the fuck you guys all so busy? What the hell? What do you guys do? Are you busy? Just quit it. Hope all is well with you. Yeah, it's all good so far. Krillin time. Morning as well. How you doing today? What's up this morning? Anything good? Game is very not working very well today for some reason. Thank you for mentioning the Plater add-on. Got it last night and I love it. Sweet. Yeah, out of the box it's great and it's super customizable. So I would definitely recommend looking into it and customizing it to your needs. Like I made the bars bigger and wider and all that, and there's a lot of things you can do with the add-on. Like I have a weak aura that plugs into the add-on that whenever one of the mobs is marked, it'll change the color of the bar. This is not good. What is going on here? I don't think I've ever been stuck on this screen. I didn't even realize that this was a loading bar. I thought it was just like a static animation that had to play out. Not boding well here. Hopefully, hopefully it's not going to cause problems in the dungeon here, because I don't know what's going on. I got DC'd twice today. 2 arenas in a row. Really? Damn. Helps my old eyes a little. Yeah, I need to figure out all the features. Yeah, I mean, even I don't use most of the features, but yeah, I mean, there's so much here. I mean, you could do all kinds of stuff, man. Trying to think of like what the best thing, I guess, that the thing that I mess the most with is just the size of the bars, and this kind of the main page is what I've messed the most with, to be honest. But yeah, you could track buffs. I think we've done that a bit too, right? At one point I had a bunch of stuff on here, but I guess, oh my god, but I guess I got rid of them, or maybe they just aren't needed anymore. I'm not sure. I remember on the beta and the alpha when I was using Plater on the BFA beta, I had like a long ass list of things, but I don't know. Your eyes kind of just get used to some stuff, so it's hard for me to know exactly what I did and didn't do. Can you even go down here? Yeah, I guess you can. What the hell is even over here? Oh, this is the actual dungeon. What the hell? I didn't realize. Oh, there's mobs. Can you go inside? Yeah, I've never done this before. It's so weird. You can go inside. It looks like you could even go in here too. I need to change talents though before we start this. I also have Azurite that I would normally use on right now, and I'm doing that for a reason because I don't want to forget. I did all of Rosticon last night with the wrong Azurite on. Hey Hans, what's up, buddy? How's it going, man? Morning. Yes, indeed. How's the morning treating you so far? So you can actually like go through the whole dungeon here, huh? That's interesting. Am I still in combat? Oh, I have this trinket on too. We definitely don't want to have this on for the fight. Gate. It's just a clickable object. There's even a treasure up here. Wow. It's very interesting. Might be in trouble here though, because I'm still in combat with something that I don't even know what it is. Well, it's afternoon here and it's treating me pretty sweet. Oh, gotcha. Well, that's cool. Fancy European afternoons and stuff. What add-on is the button on the right of your character? You mean these? They're not buttons. These are weak ores. They're just images. Yeah, you can like literally go up the whole dungeon, huh? That's interesting. I guess relatively active group finding this morning. I kind of thought like, well, I guess 2 of them are for Illidan, so they're from China and they don't have any problems. I kind of thought it would be tough to find keys early in the morning. Cause like when I was like, I can't remember, you know, like when I was young playing this game, it was like to play the game at like 8 a.m. you were the only person on the server, honestly. Like I played on like even when I was on Fire Tree, to be honest, like if you played at like mad early, like 7 or 8 a.m., there was nobody. And it was like everybody was like, I guess, you know, sleeping late and shit. Or at work, I guess. Looks like I need to work with my weak ore add-on too. Oh yeah, so in the description of the stream, there's a video that has a demonstration and listing of all my weak ores. So if you want to just copy mine as a base, or even just to flat out use, you can do that. That video is in the description of the stream. But yeah, I mean that's all I've ever done with weak ores is just find other people's weak ores and kind of edit them to my liking. So can you jump off? Hopefully, because I'm stuck in combat, so I don't know what is going to happen here. I definitely don't want a hearth based on how we've had some problems there. Yeah, I don't know. There was a treasure somewhere. I don't know where. Oh, it's just down, I guess. That's interesting. There's just nothing up here, though. This is weird. It kind of reminds me of the Eye of Ajara. You guys ever explore the Eye of Ajara in Legion? It's the dungeon, obviously, Eye of Ajara, but there's also the... it's like a open world area. Wait, is this... Oh, this is the entrance now. Interesting. Damn. Oh, that's kind of cool. Where the fuck's that treasure? Treasure's gone now. What the hell? Wow, that's really bizarre. And I'm out of combat. It's like it's phased here, I guess. It probably is phased here. It's probably... I was probably in some kind of like alliance-only phase. Because here there's like horde guards and shit. What's back here then? We actually came to the backside of this dungeon on the beta when we were exploring it. I remember coming back here. There was nothing here. Just a mob or two, yeah. Yep. Alright, well, it's relatively unique. Thought I'd take the time to explore a bit. Hopefully we can get going on this. Actually, you'd be in a 17. Oh, that's a good one. 330, that's... That guy's ready. I would definitely invite him. He's geared. Man, how could you even beat 330? That's like literally just hit. Fresh. Not even. I mean, there's people who are higher than that when they ding 120, right? Can you imagine stacking a full, like a maximized 330, not just like a noob 330, but like a person who has actually like played their character, has enchants, all that, you know, at 330 against a 420. Think about that. What was the theoretical difference between those two item levels? For real. Would it be double the efficacy? I think it might be double. I feel bad that I'm 109 and just level 155. It feels like it's so low. The eye level doesn't matter until you're 120 anyway, so don't worry about it. Like, you can't do anything about that when you're leveling. There's only so much gear that you can get, you know? But once you're max level, there's just this expounding ladder of gear that you can climb. So to be like 330 is just like literally you dinged 120. I mean, you might have done like one thing. You have like one max level item. I don't really understand how it's even possible at this point, because I guess yeah, you probably have like one like 380 or higher, and then everything else is still leveling gear. 450 is max. The highest gear you can get right now in the game is 425. The Titan Forge cap is 425. So like, for example, this item, where's it? This item, 425. That's the highest item level a piece of gear can get. But there's items that can get higher, like your neck. But not yet. There's not really anything else besides your neck. So if you had 420 in every slot, so you can only have 420 in the Azurite pieces too, right? So if you had 420 in these slots and then 425 in every other slot and 433 in the neck, you'd probably be like, 423-ish maybe is the highest you can get to. 430 or 425 is probably, I don't know. I'm not really sure. Hey, Cop, what's up, buddy? Are you sure? I heard a 110 with the neck at level 50. Yeah, I posted a thing in our guild's Discord about that. That's crazy. There's a guy out there, like, hardcore playing at 110. It's really nuts. What are you doing on Hey Icebox? Yeah, I don't know. I kind of just, I don't know. Been waking up earlier, going to bed earlier. I was fucking, like, so tired last night. Literally just fell asleep. Like, as soon as we were done. Fell asleep, and then just woke up today at, like, 8, and I was like, eh. I was gonna start at like 8:15, but I got distracted by some stuff. Unfortunately, the deferment window, the deferment window for my government-issued school loans is over now. So I have to start paying on those too now. So I'm even more broke. I'm gonna try submitting for a forbearance, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, 424 is the highest equipped eye level possible. Yeah, is that actually the case? 424. That makes sense. Anyway, Paul, have you got a beta key? If you want to try it out, I could send you my info. No, yeah, I have beta access, but I don't have any interest in trying it out. I've already played Classic extensively. I have no interest in playing characters that are going to be deleted. Just getting ready to sleep, to be honest. Oh, really? Jesus. I was wondering what the fuck you're doing up so early. What time is it there? 6 a.m.? It's crazy. You're a madman. Last 9 hours? What the hell took you 9 hours? The highest eye level person in the world is 423.25. Damn, that's crazy. So that's like literally 100% max gear. Like, if he's that close to the maximum, he's probably got like 1 or 2 items that aren't 425. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. Madness. But yeah. 3 pieces now 425. Wow, that's nuts. So imagine like they're 420 or something. Hashtag blaze it. Probably like not even. Probably still mad good items. There were issues with the recording software, and I wiped on a couple of the final bosses. Oh, what game are we talking about? Legs, boots, and I think Trinket because it's Rusted Druid. Ah, gotcha. Oh, Final Fantasy 1. Gotcha. So the series is over? Is that what you're saying?
Anyone who stands in your path.
Oh yeah, I got another 415 Trident in the Deep Ocean. Maybe I'll be able to dual wield them in Season 2. The other pieces are 420 besides Trinket. Damn, that's so crazy. Yeah, what's the Trinket? 415, right? Yeah. First game I ever got a console for back in the Nintendo days, damn. I never played Final Fantasy 1. I haven't watched you play it either, sadly. I didn't even realize you were playing Final Fantasy 10 though, man. That game is fucking top tier, dude. That's definitely my favorite, like, main Final Fantasy game. I've not played many of them. Suddenly having allergy attack, by the way. Yeah, I've not played many of them, to be honest. I really only played, I think I played 5 think I played 7, 8, 9, and 10. That's it. I've not played. What was the new oh no, I did play 12. That was the one with lightning and shit. That was actually all right. That was the last one I played. I don't know if there's even new ones now because I'm pretty sure like 11 was an MMO, 14 is an MMO, so I don't even know like if they even make Final Fantasies anymore. Love that. Okay, we read that. Can Fury Warrior do that? Do what? Yeah, love me some Yuna and Riku. Yeah, dude, the characters in 10 were great. Hey Metro, how's this week for pushing keys? Unfortunately, I didn't really get to do any keys yesterday, so I'm not really sure. But I think it'll be good, because it's just a free affix, right, Skittish? I wonder if the weapon stacks, like if you had two. That's a good question. Like if I put the first one on, got the stacks from the first one, and then transferred to the second one, what would happen? I'd imagine it's nothing, because it's the same spell ID, so I don't think it would work. But yeah, interesting to test it at some point. Can't test it in 5-mans regardless, so. 13 has been widely panned and its sequels, but I enjoyed them. Oh, there's sequels? Damn. Yeah, weird things, man. I don't know. I feel like, you know, Final Fantasy kind of stopped being interesting after 10. 12 was good. I quite like 12 because of the paradigm system where you'd constantly like shift in and out in battles. But I don't have time to play games like that anymore. I don't think it can, but I'd test it for you if I had a second trident. Oh, you're talking about dual wielding them as Fury Warrior. I didn't even think about that. James DeStefano. Goddamn, man. How's it going? Long time no see. Glad to see you. It's funny. I went to school with somebody with that exact name. Anyway, like a dual wield warrior in PvP, that would seem OP. It would actually. I think this weapon is OP in PvP, by the way. Like I know Dilly, the guy who's like one of the best PvPers in the world, like frankly crying about weapons and gear in PvE from being so good in PvP. Like it. Oh no, I didn't change anything. No. Oh, we have fucked up, my friends. Well, this will be interesting. 13 uses the paradigm system too. Oh yeah. What are your thoughts on Classic? You're gonna play? Yes, I will play Collapse Sathir. I'll be making a guild on a PvE Horde server, or no, sorry, a PvE Alliance server. If anybody wants to join from the stream, open invites. We'll be doing light raiding on the weekend and hopefully enjoying our time together. No Bone Storm, yeah, no Bone Storm and no Trinket, and no D&D slow. But hopefully, I won't need the D&D slow. That should be the thing I need the least here. I don't. This probably won't be a big deal because it's not like. I don't think we'll be. It won't be too big of a deal. I'll probably die to the big trash though because I don't have Bone Storm and the Trinket for sure. I'd imagine I'll definitely die there because I don't have good CDs. Anyway, gotta run and upload this video. Alright, see you, man. See you tonight. That's nice being up early, man. New faces. Don't know if you guys just normally can't make the stream during the normal hours or if you're just a couple returning faces. Thought AMS would last longer than that, but it did not. I don't know. I always envy like my mother and, you know, I guess other people in my family that aren't me. they wake up at like fucking 6 a.m. every day, no problem. Like, I don't know. But then you got to go to bed. Yeah, I can't, you know. I would have to go to bed during raid. It's just not possible. I'm Australian. Oh, sweet man. Ah, that makes sense. Australian. That makes sense. So normally you would be in bed by the time I would be starting, basically. I've seen top-end PvPers that dispel the shield from the Trident PvP, and over the match they will have 30 dispels on it. Yeah, that was the other thing he mentioned, was that the Trident provides spell, or whatever you call it, the spell protection, which I don't know if he was saying it's a good thing or a bad thing. I assume he was saying it's a bad thing. Hunter using drums, of course. That's why I hate playing with people who don't have Bloodlust, actually have Bloodlust, but this guy's pretty good. The name sounds really familiar. I'm pretty sure we played together a few times now. You make a great job, buddy. Thanks for the stream, Christopher Witt. Thanks for the confidence boost and the kind words, my friend. Thank you. Thanks for using this fucking trinket. It's terrible, by the way. This trinket's horrible. Anyway, I missed my 22nd play WoW 12. Wait, my 20s, I guess. My age 20s. Play WoW 12 hours a day, being able to work off to 2 to 3 hours sleep. Yeah, there's no. I could never have done that. 2 to 3 hours sleep, I'd be falling asleep. They would dispel the shield versus a useful buff. Yeah. But is that good for PvP or bad? I'm not really sure what his position was. I don't know anything about it, so I'm not even gonna give my opinion. But yes, well, did we hear that for sure, Surface Skin? Because if so, that confirms the patch. I mean, I'm assuming the patch is confirmed. Like one way or the other, there's now so much evidence for June 25th. Like it's got to be June 25th at this point, but there's still no actual confirmation, so we don't know for sure, I guess, technically. But it's almost assured that it's June 25th at this point, right? It's on Wowhead. I think maybe we are reading that article differently, but either way, I'm very, very confident in saying that June 25th is when the patch comes out. It's good. That's why people would start with water walking and other buffs. Yeah, and I mean it's good for the individual doing it, but I just don't know if like this guy thinks it's a good thing for the game or not. I guess he probably does. Same with Voidstone, it completely negates a lot of offensive CDs. Yeah, one way or the other, it's, I guess, you know, PvPers are upset about it. I don't know. I don't really have much sympathy for them because I feel like PvE has always been like the main, I don't know. If you're only interested in PvP, you know, I'm sorry, like it sucks because PvP is just, I feel like it's second-class citizen, right? Are you beta testing Beguiling, Metro? No, this is we did beta Beguiling. I have multiple videos on the topic now, but no, this is just back on live. WoW, just doing keys on live still. Beguiling will be out in a couple weeks, and I'll do it again, but I probably won't go back on the PTR at this point. It was fun, but I can't imagine there's. It was tough enough to find a group on there, so. Okay, skip this ship. Anyway, normally PvPers don't like when PvE gear is better than PvP gear, or can only get it from rating. Okay, I guess we're pulling this. Anyway, yeah, no, I totally understand that. Like that's I think what Dilly was saying, that he was like, a lot of top PvPers were very frustrated with that because it feels like they're forced into raiding and stuff, especially with this new raid. But to be fair, those items are amazing. Like, I would want to get them if I didn't have them, you know. Did see a clip of Sea-Doo go AFK as Shaman Healer and could not die. Oh yeah, that was a while ago. I don't think that's related. Wait, did we aggro? What's this? Where are these looters even from? Voidstone is reduced by 50% for DPS in Arena, but it's still a 68k absorb. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, they reduce it, but it's, I guess, not even enough. I don't know. I mean, that's what he said. They just reduced it, and it's still healing for like 1 billion basically every arena match. It's kind of crazy. I don't know, for me, I love like gearing. I think gearing is the best part about WoW, and we've been ironically talking about this last night when we were talking about Path of Exile. I wish that there was more systems like that in WoW, like customization through gearing. But regardless, the stuff that is here I think is great, and I'm looking forward to the Essence system. I'm going to offer even more customization, but yeah, in terms of what we have now, I think it's great. So I don't know, like if I was like a straight up PvP only guy and I didn't like gearing customization in WoW, then I could understand why I would be upset. But like frankly, yeah, I don't know. This is the game for me, so it's like, you know, in all content, the better gear you have, the better you'll be, regardless of where it comes from. I feel like it wouldn't be an issue if there was different gear for PvP and PvE. Yeah, like if resilience and shit was back in the game, then this gear wouldn't really matter. But I mean, there's been so many different PvP models in the last like 4 years, so I don't really know. I don't know if there's one good answer. I can remember when I used to see someone in all PvE gear back when I do arenas. It was basically a one-shot, yeah. And like, is that good as well? Like, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's not good for anybody either. Like, if I wanted to get into PvP and I just went in there, even as like a monstrous blood decay in PvE and just get crushed, I'm not gonna be interested, you know. These broken items shouldn't be allowed in PvP. You think like just straight up banned? You think they should just be straight up banned? I don't know anything about PvP, so I'll limit my expectations of what should and shouldn't be. It's a bit stupid when mages use tank trinkets in PvP. See, I think that's awesome. I love that idea. I love the idea of like using off-spec pieces. I've always loved that. Like if I played a DPS, I don't know if like this was brought up a couple times on stream recently and in the guild, but Salandria was using, he might still be, he was using a 425 tanking trinket as a rep pally. And it did so much absorbing over the course of these hard fights that we've done. It's like, goddamn, man. You know, like, I could see myself doing that as a DPS. Like, when we're in a situation where literally the only thing that's killing us is random deaths, DPS is not a factor at all. I could see myself doing stuff like that. So it's like, it's actually quite neat. But obviously, like, a mage to get the tank trinket is, yeah, a burden for sure. So, not good for anybody, I'm sure. Anyway, I think they should just be banned. You think? But if you want to do PvP or PvE, you just can't start on the last boss. You need to progress. Yeah, you're right. It probably sucks. I'd imagine it sucks. If like you're only interested in PvP, I feel bad for you, honestly. I really do. Like, it's not even a joke. It's yeah. You picked a tough thing to be very interested in. Let's put it that way. A lot of fucking PvP changes every year, pretty much every expansion. A lot of PvPers that complain about the items are playing Classic, and suddenly they love PvE. Yeah, ironically, right? Like all the top PvPers who now love leveling. It's like, yeah, okay. It's that's expected. Let's get these out of the way here. Oh yeah, definitely. Probably not right now, though. I have a lot of bolstering. Anyway, if you're good at it, it's fun. If not, you turn war mode off. I love world PvP regardless. I don't like instance PvP at all. I mean, I've always liked arenas, or no. I've always liked battlegrounds. I just don't ever have time to do them. I wish I had more time to do battlegrounds. We did do battlegrounds in the beginning of Legion, or I'm sorry, the beginning of BFA. But yeah, I just don't have time for it. Too much other stuff going on in the game. But the thing is, it's like arena, it's just so unfun, man. I just can't enjoy it. I don't know. It's like the constant stuns and shit are just, they get real old real quick. Let's put it that way. But that's the skill of arena. So like, you know, again, I recognize that. I don't enjoy it. I don't do it, but that's the way it is. So I've just gotten into PvP. Have been a lot of fun. I'm gonna have to PvP next season though, right? Because I got to get the essences. I PvP as a healer, not as a damage dealer. That was a while ago. Gotcha. Sounds fun. Yeah, healing it like battleground or RBGs as a healer, I think I would enjoy, to be honest. Okay, so this is the pack I will very likely die on. I don't see how I'll survive this without Bumstorm. We have Icebound. Vamp Blood too. Let's use that. We got everything up besides the stuff that I need. We have this weak ass trinket, so it helps a bit. I haven't even had to use Icebound yet. I don't. Healer's not really doing anything, but I'm not taking any damage either. Okay, Icebound now. Probably should have saved. We'll save AMS for the Reap here because that's coming up. And we're gonna have the Reap with bolstered mobs here, which is gonna be interesting. And I have no Bone Storm to pick up threats, so this is gonna be a problem. But we have Hunter and Rogue, so hopefully I'll have threats just by default. That's AMS. Great Bolt. Rip that mob in. Not to do arenas, you need a partner and a comp, or it's GG. Yeah. Last time I loved PvP was Star Wars Galaxies. Now it's rage-inducing, so I stay away. Yeah, I'm not good at it. I don't find it fun. Can't really play Blood DK in it, so not for me. Sadly. Anyway, only thing, Voidstone doesn't really do much against a Destro lock that's geared. Are we not opening these? Anyway, Voidstone doesn't really do much against a Destro lock that's geared. During Infernal, we'll eat through a Voidstone with 2 bolts, and we'll still kill you 2 bolts later. Gotcha. Unholy DK is so OP. Oh, really? Nice. Glad to see that they have some prominence there. I think I might be playing Frost a bunch next season, though, to be fair. Like, Frost is looking like it's going to get pretty nice buffs, pretty nice changes in general, and it sounds fun. We had a little bit of fun with Frost in Season 1, so I might try it again in Season 2. Plus, you know, I'm going to have to play DK a lot. I'm gonna have to play DK a lot in the opening weeks. Oh, my mob just broke. I'm gonna have to play DK a lot in the opening weeks, so I'm thinking I'll be playing a little bit of Frost too at times. Might as well use this fucking jank-ass trinket. Mitigate some damage here. Actually, yeah, mitigated a fair amount. Unholy DK is so gross in arena right now. Oh yeah, that's good. Glad to hear that. Why? What's gross about it? It's because they make everybody sick, I guess, right? So much self-healing and has so much damage. Nice. We didn't kill these yellow mobs and shit. These are going to bolster or not going to bolster Bobby. Hopefully not going to bolster anything in this fight. Anyway, well, they spread diseases so people get sick. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Not ideal. People almost got feared out of the fight there, but luckily it wasn't me, so I'm fine. I just AMS'd it, by the way. Nobody interrupted the fear. Oh no, we all just interrupted again. Nobody interrupted that fear, so I just AMS'd it and didn't wipe. If I got feared and I went out of the arena area, it would have wiped us. So. Necrotic Strike does a 5% health absorb too. Oh, we got feared again. What the fuck? This time it's GG. I got back in. Oh, no, I didn't get back in. I'm like right on the edge somehow. Oh my god, this is just such a mess. What the fuck is going on here? Everybody interrupts all at once. Man, we got so lucky there. That is like as lucky as you can possibly get after making a mistake like that. That's crazy. Anyway, Unholy Havoc, any healer but a priest is so much damage, people can't keep up. Oh, nice. That's cool. Sounds fun. Wish I had more interest. Yeah, that was fucking sloppy, honestly. That was like, oh my god, we came so close to wiping twice there. Oh, lol, that Fear and Tyrannical is certain death? Yeah, no doubt. That's why I like Fortified. You don't really need Bone Storm to survive anything. It's more there for DPS. Yeah, I mean, I thought I would need it for that big-ass pack, but I don't know. I guess we're good. I guess, you know, it does a lot of healing over the course of a dungeon, so it definitely is needed. But, I mean, the option that I have now doesn't really help me at all is the problem. But, yeah, I mean, it's not mandatory, that's for sure. But, like, I don't really get much value out of, Red Thirst in 5-mans, honestly. It doesn't really help. Yo, shoot the cannons a few extra times. Yeah, the last few times. I'm just gonna. Oh, yo, we gotta do this. Before the season starts, I want to do Toll de Gore and mind control the Reaping. I don't know what's gonna happen with Reaping. Is Reaping over when the patch comes, or is Reaping over when season 3 starts? I don't know when it starts, or when it ends, I guess. But I definitely, before Reaping's gone, I want to mind control a cannon. You can kill these cannons. A lot of people probably don't even know this. You can actually damage these cannons. I think it's a couple weeks after. Yeah, I think so too. A lot of people probably don't even know this. You can damage the cannons, and they will get reaped. And I would like to do that. We need Umbilicus Azurite trait. It would be cool. Yeah, I mean we had it though. It wasn't as good, but it could have probably been even better, and they removed it. So we have 2 weeks of our ghosts. Reaping is over when the season starts? Oh, really? So what is a 10 gonna do? Have no third affix or fourth affix or whatever? When season 3 starts. Yeah, that's what I thought, yeah. I've killed the cannon, then had it reap, and it didn't come back. Oh, really? Huh. Maybe they changed it. At one point, I saw a picture of somebody doing it on like, maybe it was on the PTR, so maybe it's changed. Yeah, if that's the case, maybe I won't waste people's time. Somebody would have to like, it would have to be like a group that like helps me with it basically, because I don't want to just deplete a key on purpose. Reaping was a fun fix to mind control and shit like that. It was nice to get the pet all the time. Like, that was a steady source of damage, honestly. This might actually be a problem here. Even if it aggroes this mob, that's fine. Like, we kind of need this mob anyway. Yeah, it did, yeah. We kind of need that mob anyway. Anyway, pretty sure I have thrown away Toll the Gore this week. I have a throwaway Toll the Gore this week. Gotcha. On my Feral Druid. Unfortunately, on Feral, yeah. Big smile, yeah. Or it's kind of like embarrassed smile. I don't know how to describe that. So like this mess here where people are missing, this guy's missing and shit. Literally not even hitting the ads, that's GG. Season 3, you're fucked. I'll be fighting this shit for a long time. Probably should just get used to fighting it, honestly. Seen the recent armor, yes. Oh my god, I'm so excited for Vengeance, man. I really am. I think Vengeance and Bear are gonna be so fun in Season 3, I can't wait. Oh yeah, I don't have slowed D&D, so I can't help with this. Yeah, Vengeance is going to be powerful, man. Vengeance and Bear I'm going to have a lot of fun with, I think. I think we might be putting Pally aside for a while. Might be Bear and Vengeance as my, like, the characters I play the most in Season 3. Besides DK, of course. Visions of Perfection plus Meta Proc talent are going to be so good. Oh, does Vision Perfection give... Oh my god, it gives meta, doesn't it? Oh my god, dude. Where's that one from? Where's that one from again? I can't remember. I'll never get in the cannon again. What if I miss and people get mad? Yeah, I mean, you can literally get in and just use all 5 shots killing your party members and then leave the key. That's what I would do if I was from Ragnaros. Anyway, the way people use the cannon and get people killed, it's probably better to just kill them anyway, yeah, to be honest. There we go. See, that's how you got to use it there. Obviously, that was reaping, but that was quick. Anyway, morning Metro. Hey, John. Morning indeed. How you doing today? Up early today, 5, so we're streaming early
4,
too.
3, 2, 1.
I can't wait to see you melt.
All right, let's fucking crush this shit. Fortified, so it's gonna die quick tings, as Harry might say. Not that I've talked to Harry recently. Haha, Ragnaros, yeah, shit realm. Maybe my Demon Hunter in 8.2, yeah, sounding like it's gonna be beast.
Beware. Reduce you to cinders.
Good, glad to see you on so early, yeah, glad to be here.
More fuel for the flame.
I was worried about getting keys this early, but I think we're good. There was like plenty of keys when I signed up. So I actually felt like there was just as many keys as there would have been in the afternoon.
Reduce you to cinders.
Don't know if these people are like actually from China and shit or what. Like 3 from Illidan, so maybe that's why. But don't know.
More fuel for the
All they really miss is buffs to make them more consistent in raids. Yeah, they're still gonna suck in raids, I feel like, but yeah, meta's gonna be powerful. It's gonna be great in 5-mans, especially with Gluttony. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
I want these fires burning hotter.
More bombs incoming! Beware.
Reduce you to cinders.
That guy used that fancy like druid charge ability. I haven't seen that used in a while. I guess I just don't normally look at the druids that are using it. I'm sure it happens all the time. I just don't realize it. Alright, so 88%. We still have a lot of count up here. So this is funny because, you know, on the PTR, we did everything. We pulled way more trash than we needed. And we were way under count. Like, we only had 90% count after pulling probably like what would have equated to about 115% count on live. So they did some crazy things. I don't really know what to say about that. What do you think about this week's affixes? I'm for them. Yeah, no, I don't know. They're not bad. This is like, we did 1 key yesterday. It was pretty good, so Guess I lied. I don't have a Toldagor key. I got you. Either way, I won't be doing it this week. Might still be a really good tank and any raid fight with a lot of magic damage. I think they'll still be the 6th best tank in raids, but I mean that doesn't mean that people shouldn't play them. Sounds like a lot more percent then, yeah. I'm not really sure. I don't know. I'm not really sure what what's gonna happen, honestly. It's gonna be very interesting. Like, where the fuck are you even supposed to get extra count? So, like, we didn't do the rogue skip, right? Because the rogue we had was AFK. So, we did not do the rogue skip. And we still had, we had, like, no count. Like, Demon Hunter magic mitigation is 2nd or 3rd best of all tanks, if you ask me. Yeah, they don't really. We talked about this on the alpha or beta or whatever. Like, they don't really have magic mitigation, so they just have a passive, and that passive has gotten stronger for sure. But anyway, probably gonna have to pull more in the area before the first boss. Yeah, I guess that's gonna be the play. Is getting more count there.
5, 4,
We get a shot here.
3, 2,
It's on CD.
1.
All right, well this will die nice and quick. Remind me to check how much healing this trinket did. I didn't really use it very often, honestly. I could have used it a lot more. Demon Hunter, so we don't need to worry about this. There's that lust. If you say that, you also say DK also has no magic mitigation outside of AMS. I guess you're right about that, yeah. That's a good point. Fair point.
I've been eager to try these rounds on living targets.
I guess by default I would have to agree with you anyway, now that I think about it. Like, who else is better at it than them? Probably nobody, right? I mean, what would you say? What would be your 1 through 6? If you were to rank all 6 tanks on magic mitigation, what would be your 1 through 6? I guess I feel like Pally has to be 2nd though, right? I don't know. Pally just has a straight up immunity to it, so it depends on if you need that immunity, it's best in slot. If you don't, then it's not great. I wonder how they thought this boss fight would go. I don't think they designed this so the tank could not see anything. Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I don't think they thought people were going to do this. But it's really stupid. Like, if they didn't think people were going to do this, then they're fucking, like, sadists. Because if you were actually going to be moving around and fighting them in the open areas, you would just get fucked. Like, you would get stunned constantly, right? Like, it would be ridiculous. Oh, so that was a double upgrade, wasn't it? Yeah. Maybe they want to do a 19, huh?
The Dark Lady will be pleased. With the Overseer's keys in our possession, we can release our asset and use their skills to strengthen the war effort.
Hope they all stay. Yeah. I think Demon Hunter has better consistent magic damage mitigation than Pally. Pally has more CDs for it. Yeah, that's true. 2 worse keys. What, Siege and Shrine? Anyway, so I guess we're not doing it. God damn it, man. This is so fucking stupid, dude. That's the thing that really sucks. Like, when we actually have a good key and people are like, ah, no. Anyway, actually this week they are decent. Yeah, I mean, this is a good week for Shrine, I feel like. If there was going to be a good week for Shrine, I would say it's this week. Bolstering in there can be tough, but there's a couple things that you can do to fuck with bolstering. Like, you can trick around it. And, I don't know. I mean, I don't think it would have been hard. We did Shrine yesterday, and we almost upgraded it, and we had some really stupid deaths. So I think we would have been pretty good there. Maybe I'll actually push a key this week. Good idea. Good key and good players. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just like, all right, that's it. Don't know what I'm doing with my hands. But anyway, let's find a group. We actually have a pretty good key ourselves. I might save it for later in the week, though. Siege 18? Is that guy? Yeah, okay. Let's go do his key. Okay, we definitely got to change our stuff around though. We got a little lucky there that we didn't have we got a little lucky there that we didn't have any problems with like not having Bone Storm and stuff. Bone Storm isn't super useful, I guess, not the hugest thing in the game, but this Trinket is really a big deal. So, actually, okay, let's see how much Trinket this Trinket actually did. Oh god, I didn't really use it that often though. How many times did I actually use it? Oh, I used it 13 times. That's more than I thought I used it. What the fuck? Wow, that's a lot more than I thought I used it. I thought I might have only used it like 5 or 6 times, and it still barely did. It didn't even do a million healing. It's pretty shitty. Anyway, look at the Trinket healing. Yeah, not good. Above Azurite veins, but I only have 1 Azurite veins now with the Azurite or with the armor I have on currently. All right. Anyway, let's Trinket. There's the Trinket. Slap that thing on right there. Boom. Other Trinket does double. Oh, easily, yeah. Other Trinket will be like 4th on healing. Usually does about as much as Custody of the Deep. These 2 things are just crazy though, man. I can't believe it. I don't know. I really enjoy Crucible of Storms. I really like the raid. The raid fights especially have become fun, honestly. Now that we've learned like the in and outs of them and where the danger is, it's actually really fun, those fights. And at least from a tank perspective. And the mechanic or the loot that drops from them is fucking crazy. It's so goddamn good, dude. If I can get 425 of all of these items, I would be a fucking wrecking machine. And I guess, you know, if they're doing what they're doing with item level, like 425 of these items is going to last me for a long time. I think Spore Pods might beat Machimbas. Yeah, I would probably take Spore Pods instead of Machimbas. The only reason I'm using Machimbas is because on Rakistan, there's no mobs for me to heal off. Like, I use the Trinket and it heals for like 8. So I basically can't use it. And,
Get moving!
yeah, Spore Pods, I don't. Spore Pods is nice, but it's a little too random for the fight. So, Machimbas is at least like a deterministic heal. Already are Metro, huh? I've seen more 425s from Crucible than BOD. Yeah, I mean, that's because the item level's higher, I guess, right? I don't know. I do miss raiding, but looks like LFR might be my only option these days for hopefully quicker content with the family. LFR is probably your... LFR probably takes longer than just doing normal, honestly. Said you would be a beast. I said already are. Oh, yeah. I guess I am. I mean, it would be nice to be fully maximized, but those days are... yeah, I don't think that will ever happen. Hey, Metro, how is your Mythic BOD progress? We have 3 of 9 with the guilds. We've been 6 of 9 for like a month now, but we haven't really made any progress since then. We've had a lot of problems with like attendance. So right now we have 21 players, and that's really not enough. I really need to get another 1 or 2 range DPS out there, so while you bring it up, might as well do the thing again. If anybody out there is playing a range damage dealer and they're looking for a guild that's been raiding together for almost 8 years now, or no, it's almost 9 years now, since Mid-Wrath, and you're able to raid Tuesday, Wednesday, 7 Eastern to 11 Eastern, let me know. Fire Tree Horde US. But yeah, I mean, we've missed probably like five full raid weeks this expansion or this season. So if that was, yeah, if we were actually doing things those 5 raid weeks, even with the problems we've had on Opulence and some of the repeat clears, we could still probably easily be working on Jaina now. Anyway, with the RNG, it's not easy to get every item 425. No, obviously not. Yeah. It's just not realistic. You know, you'd have to get lucky, but it's fine. I like doing the content, so the rewards are easy to get. If we have 20 of the same people, yeah, that wouldn't hurt too. But I mean, realistically, we have. It's just a couple, one or two new here and there. I mean, besides after Absinthe, like, just fucking ghosted us, we haven't really had any new people in the raid for a long time. Oshk was the last person that we've invited to the guild to raid. And that was when we were only 3. We were still working on Opulence at that point. Morning, Metro. Either new to the raid or undergeared, yeah. Both have caused problems last night. Morning, Metro. How are the early morning keys? Yeah, actually, Jeff, the first one was fucking good. That was a great group. So... Anyway, I want to join so bad, but not Fire Tree characters. Yeah, you can always transfer, but yeah. Anybody out there looking to play a range damage dealer, let me know. I don't mind a farm team, you know what I mean? If we have to build you guys up and work you towards success, that's fine by me. I just want to have the right group of people in there, you know? People who actively play the game and want to be the best they can be. Yeah, gear's definitely not the problem. Tried Crucible a couple times on LFR. Haven't killed Unat single time on 10 killer or DPS. Sometimes even after 5 pulls. Normal done on 3rd try after. Yeah, exactly. It's just normal is just gonna be easier than LFR at this point. LFR is just. I mean, I don't know why anybody would even do LFR. You know what I mean? The gear is so bad. Eye level. Alex asked in guild, is Mythic Grog more dangerous for range or something? Took 4 pulls to kill him just now, and I never died early. The Grog's a pretty tough fight, honestly. Anyway, I'm too hardcore melee. Never been a range player. Gotcha. He's a rogue. Yeah, that's true. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. Like, you might say like beggars can't be choosers with the whole range DPS thing, but there's a fight right now. Like Rastakhan really requires a certain number of ranged, and we don't have it. So we're basically forcing melee to do a very suboptimal job. And they are very good players, so they're up to the challenge. But it would be much better if we had extra range. So fights like that worry me because it's like we've gotten away with having way more melee than ranged for a long time now. But when a fight like that crops up, we just have no options. Like, and it's kind of tough. Yeah, they have more immunes. Runes and cash on bonus. What? Under is cancer with Merlery. Yo, Metro. Hey, Winter. What's up, buddy? Nothing to see here. We have 2 of 2 heroic cathedral or court, of course. I believe it's not that hard. I mean, it's not that hard, but I'm just saying it's a tough raid for pugs, especially. Like, people who don't know what they're doing. You have to actually be you have to be aware. The mechanics are tough. Nice, man. Hoping to get some high keys done on Vengeance this week. I was able to complete Sathralis 15. Nice, grats. We're progressing Rasta Mythic and have way too many melee. Yeah, that's the problem. That was a problem for us too. I mean, our first kill we had just enough. We had 1 melee downstairs, but now it looks like we'll have 2 melee downstairs unless Brandish returns tonight. So I don't know. I'm ally, but looking to go horde. Gotcha. Well, if you're ranged and looking for a guild, let me know. If you can make the raid, oh no, I have to switch. If you can make the raid hours, then we can talk. I have 13 level key chests today, so I hope some good drop from it. All right, cool. Good luck. That was a nice little distract there from the rogue. Otherwise, that mob would have bolstered, would have padded into us and aggroed and bolstered. That was my first 15 key and hoping to get a few more this week. Sweet. Yeah, 15's like, you're going to have a... Once you get through 15, you're going to find a lot of success. It's like the gear we have now, 15 really is kind of just the 10 at this point. I'm not like super fast DK anymore. Anyway, are you wearing the cool elitist dental shirt? Dental shirt, what does that mean? I might have forgot, but does the key reset each week? Yes, yeah. It doesn't. You don't have to re-level it. You get like a memory. Like, if I did a 15 this week, I'll get a 14 next week. You don't have to start from 2 again. Although it would probably have been pretty interesting if you had to start from 2 again. But yeah, either way, you don't. So. I only got like 135 or 130k to 150k. Need 250k. Gotcha. It's only $25. It's really not that expensive. Anyway, I'd be interested. Have multiple range I could play. Sweet. All right. Contact me in Discord, man. We can talk. Just private message me in Discord or whatever, so I have your info, and I'll contact you after the stream's over. If it started at 2 and you could +4, +5 it, maybe. Yeah, that'd be interesting, I guess. 5 melee comp lol. Yeah, we have 3 melee, yeah. Just find Morgraine and slash roll for 1 to 100. Yeah, honestly, you could make up the fucking difference in one roll with him, man. I don't know how he even has money. And regarding 15s today, unfortunately, the quality of player you get at 15 is worse now than a month or 2 ago. Oh yeah, I guess that's probably true. I mean, gradual like power creep on these things is definitely the case. Easy week for sure. Yeah, I would definitely say it's a pretty straightforward week. Oh, what the hell's going on with this shit? Upgraded an 11 underrot with 23 deaths. Wow, that's a lot of fucking deaths. How is that even possible? Guess anything's possible. I got slobber knocked. Yeah, this guy's fucking feral druid. I didn't even realize. I thought he was the healer when we had Windwalker monk. Fucking feral druid, man. Look at this shit. Anyway, 23 deaths on an upgrade 11. Underrod tells me the group has good gear but no skill. Yeah, I guess that's probably it. They probably like slaughtered the shit that they needed to do, but they like got fucking farmed by the mechanics. I timed my first 16 Atal before reset with 1.4 seconds to go. Wow, 27 deaths. That's crazy. I can't believe you could upgrade a key with 27 deaths. It's kind of hard to believe. Was messy, dude. If it sounds like it, I don't know how it's even possible. I love that you put it that way. Was messy. I bet it fucking was. 26 deaths, 27 deaths. That's hardcore, man. What the fuck? That's like some Harry level key right there, man. I don't know how you can even pull that off.
I've spotted one of Kultiris's finest, rallying his troops in the
first pull at the entrance. Monk tank pulled the berserker, the worms, the ticks on the left, and all the packs. Wow. But this was last week? Okay, I guess. Wait, are we talking about last week or this week? Because if you did that on bolstering, that guy should be checked into a mental asylum. He's probably one of the guys who thinks hot dogs is a sandwich. Let's put it that way. Mental disability, you know? Today. Oh, wow. Okay, that guy, I would worry about his state, his mental state. Let's put it that way. Why would anybody do that on purpose? It's just crazy. Got him? Oh, do I? Sweet, I didn't realize. You can't really be helped, to be fair. Like, there's not much that you can really do about the whole situation. Probably gonna die to this, aren't I? Ah, yes. Don't die to it. We die to it, yep.
A death knight? You should come see my death gate.
6 deaths on trash. You guys should one-shot this boss. Yeah. Not good. Let's use a... I know we don't need to. I was gonna use a speed pop, but we can mount here again. I always forget that you get dismounted. Jesus, that sounds awful. Tell him he's the wrong spec. Resto is the other way, right? Then we wiped on worms right before the last reap. Weird rushing. Really wanted to upgrade the key. Yeah, it's like when you rush that hard and you do the wrong thing. It's like, what the fuck? It's odd. Morning, Metro. Hey, Sam. What's up, buddy? Morning to you as well, my friend.
Rise, fallen one.
Anyway, I'm really hoping the buff for Vengeance helps them. My old paladin tank main is taking over. I do higher keys with lower gear. Oh yeah, Vengeance is gonna get a lot stronger one way or the other. It might not like propel them up the charts in the meta or something like that, but it's definitely gonna make them a lot stronger. As a Feral Druid, this Feral should be topping on reaping damage. This is hard to watch. Oh yeah. Sorry to hear that, man. Oh, Demon Hunter will be a god. Oh, really? I didn't realize. They'll be divine. First or second place tank for sure. I don't know about that, but yeah, they'll definitely be a lot better than they were one way or the other. That much we know. Anyway, a divine hunter. Yeah, that's a good one. We actually knocked the mob around enough so it didn't actually get cast off there. Lol, I know you hate us, Ferals. It's okay. I'm just fucking around. I don't really care. Oh, he's the Feral. His key? No, the key is the the rogue, of course. Wakasarix. Well, I'm gonna give him another shot in 8.2. He's Havoc right now, just trying DPS for a change. Yeah, I tried Havoc as well. I just didn't enjoy it. It's too fucking straight boring, honestly.
5, 4.
Yeah, this is gonna be a mess of a fight. 3 melee. Feral ability just cancel my pre-pot because I was trying to move into the mobs and they I sped up, so I walked faster than I expected to. God, man, these people. I just don't get it, man. I don't know how people are so bad at this fucking fight. I'm gonna die again. Your leader of the pack video got some lols among my feral friends. Oh yeah, nice. Anyway, I promise the Demon Hunter tank will be so fun and good in Season 3. Nice. Yeah, it'll definitely be a lot more fun, but... Anyway, someday we'll do an 18. Yeah, I don't know why you would invite 3 melee to a Siege of Brawls, honestly. Just makes no sense. What else? I remember at some point in Legion, Ferals were popular. Oh, did you message me? Sweet. Sweet, man. Or later, more so. Anyway, yo Metro, how are you? I hope you remember me. Sale, of course I remember you. I just wanted to let you know you will get married soon and back to WoW again. You will get married soon. You mean, okay. If you're talking about you're gonna get married, congratulations, man. Anyway, when it's just not you. Some weeks are so bad for Demon Hunter tank. Nice. Oh, you're talking to Winter. I love Demon Hunter tank. It's easily my favorite. I just find myself struggling less with Pally and the utility. Gotcha. What's the second trinket for Blood DK you would recommend? The elusive opulence trinket I can't seem to get. I have an entire video on trinkets for Blood DK, Michael. I would check it out. Yeah, I can get that for sure. That's why you're getting married, so you can go back to WoW. Yeah, smart, man. Alright, so let's see what we got here. That was gonna be a good key, but then we had some oddities. Another Toldagor, I guess. Sick, will do, thanks, yeah. If you have any questions after watching it, let me know.
What do you need? Go forth.
Anyway, good week for keys? I guess so, yeah. It's definitely a good week, one way or the other. Skittish is just a free affix, so it's definitely a good week. How cute he thinks he will have time for WoW after getting married. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he will. Hey, Metro, did they implement the change on mob count percent on Mythic Plus already? No. Season 3 is when those changes will happen. Or maybe with the patch, though, the count changes will happen. I don't know for sure. Metro, do you ever get recognized in pugs? Not really. Sometimes. But not really. I play with some of these guys often enough that they probably recognize me from repeat groups and than actually from the stream. It's like they're not really, if they're playing, like, this guy's playing a Shadow Priest, he's not really looking for Blood DK videos, so. If I was playing on an alt, and maybe, that would be more likely, actually. So, I don't know. Plus, these guys are all from Illidan. They can't even, they, like, don't even understand what I'm saying in the videos, I play Feral, but I found your channel when I used Holy Pally. Oh, sweet, man. Yeah, that was, man, that was a long time ago then, huh, Q? Shit. Holy Pally is a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. I wish, I don't know. I wish I could have enjoyed the, like, it just wasn't any fun for raids anymore. I wish there was a way I could still play it in raids, but it's just not as fun. Illidan is too high class for us plebs, yeah. No, it's just they're all Chinese is the joke. I found your channel by looking up WoW videos. Smart. Bring back Legion Holy Pally? I would say bring back WoD Holy Pally. WoD Holy Pally was the time I enjoyed it the most. Mop I didn't love, and Legion I really didn't love. At least in raiding. In 5-mans it got a lot more fun because of the burst DPS they could put out. So I didn't mind it in 5-mans, but I hated it in raids. And yeah, I mean TBC Holy Pally, to be honest, was probably my favorite iteration, but just from Pug World, maybe you do lots of pugs, yeah. Holy Pally is 2 buttons in raids now, and I stopped playing it as well. Only healer I ever liked. Well, I don't know about the 2-button thing. I mean, that's not my concern, but the concern was just, I don't know, the fucking mastery. I really didn't like the mastery. Toldagor is so buggy. Have you seen some of the oddities that happen? Second boss has a habit of teleporting me to a different floor. I've never seen that happen before in my life. I've never had the bosses do anything like that. That's not. Yeah, I've had problems, but never like that. It's kind of crazy. I found your channel before watching porn. True story. I forgot about porn that day. Oh, sweet, man. That's awesome. What's the Holy Pally masteries? The closer you are to the target, the more healing you do to them. And the main thing I hated about Holy Pally was this ability... what was it called? It's the ability that makes your... like... both your mastery and your abilities have a longer range. I fucking hate that ability. Like, I hated it so much. But it was, like, pretty much mandatory. Between that and Aura of Sacrifice in Legion, yeah, that was the first time I ever had actually considered quitting the game. If I was going to continue healing on a Holy Pally, it was probably going to make me quit the game. I was having that little fun with it. Right now, I remember. Rule of Law, yeah, that's the name of it. Expanding the range, yeah. I hated that ability. I hated pretty much everything about raiding as a Holy Pally in early Legion. And I got the worst legendaries. Like, the first 3 legendaries I got were the 3 worst ones, so I was just done. If it wasn't for one of our tanks quitting and the tank slot opening up for me as Blood DK, I probably would have quit WoW and you wouldn't even know I existed. So what is a good range? Well, that's not true because I'd probably have been playing Classic. Anyway, so what is a good range class right now? Something that isn't based on perfect timing, just something fun and useful in pugs. Well, useful in pugs, I would, like, yeah. If you're gonna compare everything, then you should compare it, like properly compare it, not worry about what's fun. But if you're looking for the class that's probably the most fun range to play, I would recommend BM Hunter. BM Hunter has a lot of rules that they can break. Let's put it this way. Whereas most range are very turrety, like stationary. They have limited mobility. BM's the complete opposite. Whether or not they're useful to pugs, I don't know about that, but I think they're the most fun. I would play, if I could play a BM Hunter, I would do it for sure. I got Ring and Trinket first. Yeah, those things were OP. Oh, well, Trinket, you're talking about... That Trinket didn't even come out until Nighthold, right? You could put the thingy with 15 yards plus thing with macro on Judgment. And with Finger, it worked well. Nice. What are you going to play in Classic? Realism sucks. What's up? I'm going to play a Paladin and a Druid. They'll be the first classes I level. Were you doing alts in Legion the same way you do now? No, I didn't do much alts in Legion, to be honest, because they were limited a lot by, you know, alts were really unfriendly in Legion. So I didn't really do a lot of alts. BM is so fun, and they have good DPS. Yeah, BM's in a... They're like, you know, an average range right now. So they're definitely, you know, something you're going to see in keys. But I wouldn't say they're a top-tier pick, and... I think they're going to be really good for Season 3, though, so maybe that'll be helpful. I have a level 70 Hunter. Might be my third 120. Gotcha. Well, you got a lot of characters ahead of you, then. That's nice. Hunter's a good pick, mate. Can't keep up with a good one. Go for it. Have DPS. Have DPS from Motherload 16 was 37k overall. Sweet. Yep, they do. They're good. They're like... I would say BM Hunter is kind of like the barometer for any ranged. If you think your class is performing better than a BM Hunter, you're very good. If you think your class is performing worse than a BM Hunter, then you're bad, you know? You're below average. I think I'm sold. Sweet, man. I rarely see mages. Think it's going to change in Season 3? Oh, I see a lot of mages, so I don't know. You just don't see a lot of range, that's the thing. I don't know what would change in Season 3, but I definitely think range are going to trend upwards slightly. It's going to be slight, but they'll trend upwards. Damn, really invite 2 rogues. 2 rogues and a Shadow Priest. Here we go. Sick! Sick utility comp right here, guys. We're going to have everything in this comp. Anyway, Frost Mage is nice in Mythic Plus. Yeah, they're good. Let me into your keys, and I'll play with my Frost Mage. Yeah, right. Alright, so hopefully we can upgrade this and then do the 18. But not confident with 2 rogues. Alright. Looks like the rogue likes to stab. I like the cut of his jibs, oh yeah. Outside of Lust, this isn't bad for this dungeon. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, like, mathematically, it's good. One way or the other, so hopefully that'll carry us. Metro, as a tank, what is your favorite healer? I actually have an entire video on that as well, the Cozy Burger, but the short answer is Resto Shaman. Resto Shaman just brings so much complement of utility. Like, if you have a Resto Shaman and a Blood DK together, oh my god, you have so much utility in the group all of a sudden. It's crazy. Do heirloom pieces really help with leveling? Oh yeah, of course. Heirlooms increase the rate at which you level, and they make it so you're not worried about gear upgrading. They do, Krillin. Did 112 to 120 from Saturday morning to Sunday. Arvo in Islands, and with the group from Guild. Nice. The thing about heirlooms at 110 and onward, though, is that they actually are worse than just having the 380 or 280 Azerite, whatever it is. The Azerite gear is so much more powerful than the heirloom. It will make you level faster as long as you're actually like killing things and not just getting experience. So like ideally what you would do is you would equip the heirlooms only when you're turning quests in, and then you would put the Azerite gear on when you're killing things. But yeah, it doesn't really matter. Planning on any Resto Shaman stream this week? I'm definitely gonna do one more alt. I think this might be the last week for alts one way or the other though. I don't know. If we get confirmation that the patch is the 25th, I probably am not going to play alts for like a good 4 weeks straight at that point. So I guess maybe these next 2 weeks we'll still try to get going. Sold in Undercity for Horde, right? Yeah, that's correct. Azurite gear is just, nah, it's long story, just gear that you get from the game, basically. You'll get one immediately. When you start BFA content, you get a piece from Magni immediately. And that item is going to be like 100 item levels higher than the heirlooms. And it's going to have really powerful stuff on it. Voice chat is kind of mandatory when you're up on the 20s. Gotcha. I've only ever been in 2.19 so far, and we've not upgraded either of them. So, yeah, I would definitely if anybody was like asked me to get into voice chat for like a 19 or even a 20, then I would definitely understand why. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Really powerful stuff like laser guns. Yeah, exactly. And rockets. Pew! Like that, right? Oh, looks like these guys are already here, I guess. Nobody has war mode on anymore. It's weird.
Our target is being held within Toll the Gore. A recent
400 attack power. How much is that? You don't actually have an attack power stat on your thing by default anymore, huh?
To our advantage.
It's pretty dumb. I don't know why they hit all that.
Make your way to the top floor, where the overseer can
neck capped, so no reason to. I guess so, yeah. I don't know. No reason to turn it off either, though. Why are you not streaming Classic? For them easy hype views. Sadly, that's not applicable here. The main reason I'm not streaming Classic is because I wouldn't enjoy doing it, though. As we've talked about a lot recently, I don't do things that I don't enjoy, so even if like streaming Classic was like double the viewership, I wouldn't be able to do it because it would just not make me want to do it. After like 1 or 2 sessions of leveling a character that I knew was going to be deleted in a few months, I wouldn't have any fun. Like, it would just be terrible. 400 strength? Oh, attack power goes to your strength. Oh, does it really? I didn't realize that. I miss seeing attack power. I guess it's now just strength, though. I didn't know that. How about for 800 viewers? It would be that way regardless, so. I don't know. Just not applicable, so it doesn't really matter. Strength equals AP, like 1-to-1 now. That's interesting. Use Deja stat add-on. Yeah, I guess I should. Let the man stream when he wants. I mean, you're not gonna convince me to stream it anyway, so you can say what you want. It's not gonna matter. But according to the forums, we as players can't skip content we think is boring. We have to farm world quests all the time. Wait, what? Anyway, when someone says all stats, it goes strength or int. When something says all stats, it goes strength or int. What do you mean? Like some buffs from Azurite gear. Oh yeah, no, obviously that we know that. I was talking about attack power. The attack power from Blood Fury was what I was referencing. MDI strats, 2 saps. Yeah, if they do it, it's whatever. So they want to do it, I don't care. Makes count better for now at least. Won't be working that way in season 3, obviously, but they want to do it. I'm fine with it. As long as we don't fuck up Jess again. That was the big... I can't believe we almost did that. We almost wiped twice there. Not even wipe. We almost just reset the boss. Not as bad as wiping, I guess, but... I don't know this strat, lol. Just like skipping a lot of shit that doesn't really have much of a purpose to skip. Just so you can use the cannons to kill all the count that you need instead. But it's like, every time I've ever done it, it's not actually been faster. Like, we just double upgraded this 17 we just did earlier without any skipping whatsoever that you wouldn't normally do. It's just like, I don't know, it just feels pointless, honestly. Do you miss any legendary abilities from Legion? I don't know, not really, to be honest. They were fun, legendaries were cool, but yeah, BFA is even better in terms of like gear customization, I feel like.
Where the overseer can be found.
On Tyrannical, I usually move Jesse or tank in the cub, just in case we get feared. Right. I would recommend just killing him, honestly. Just because he really could cause a lot of danger, but I guess it's not a good idea. I miss all of them on my tunes. I'm one of those people, gotcha. It's been so long, I can't even remember what most of them do. The only one I remember for sure is the hemostasis one, and that is obviously just kind of a talent now, so. Yeah, we kill Bobby, yeah. Oh, right, okay. I just missed the blood plate. Oh, yeah, that was cool. Yeah, the interactions with the, what are they called? The relics? Man, it feels like it's been like forever. The relics, that was really fun. Coagulopathy, you remember? I was like fucking all on Coagulopathy's dick. Everybody's like, lol, Coagulopathy's like the 3rd or 4th best, not the 1st best. I'm like, lol, have you seen how much fucking healing I get from that in the chest? I don't know. Same shit, different day, I guess. People arguing with me about my opinions. But I moved Jess too, gotcha. Smart. I tank like the party is going to make a mistake, so I overcompensate. Yeah, probably not a bad idea, to be honest.
Beware. Beware.
Anyway, back when you had to solo the last 20%, yeah, I was like constantly, every boss would be like, people would, man, there was like 3 or 4 bosses where I would pretty much always solo it.
Beware.
Helya, pretty much always solo Helya. Pretty much always solo Herja, and pretty much always solo Xavius from Dark Heart. It's like almost guaranteed to solo those 3.
Beware.
Too late. AMS was over by then. Same bloody KOP, yeah. Frankly, it was just players sucked. The dungeons were harder, I guess, like the bosses were harder. But yeah, man, people just fucking sucked at those fights. It was crazy. They were tuned really hard though, some of them, so. But like Helya was really not hard at all. Anyway, I hated Pugging because of it. Oh yeah. You still use prolonged power. Yeah, I still quite like it. It's really nice because it gives both offense and defense, and I can just chug them like they're just legit free. So.
Beware.
The nicest thing about them is they last for a minute though.
Beware.
We got Sammy again. Even if they're not like super strong, the whole lasting for a minute means I'm able to use them a lot easier than I would a regular potion. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but I pre-pop before every dungeon. And I do that because by the time we engage the pack, the potion CD will already be about 30 seconds in. And that means that no matter what, I'll have a potion up for the second pack as well. So it's kind of like a small optimization. I'm effectively getting 2 potions off in one. Like, if you didn't do that, if you used a normal potion, you wouldn't be able to do that, right? You'd only be able to pop for the second pull because that would be the boss typically. It's cost effective, and I think that on a tank, a 1-minute CD, as I'm saying, it's really effective as a tank, especially. Maw Souls Dark Slash one shot if you missed it. Oh yeah, man, I forgot about that. Dark Slash. Maw Souls was an interesting dungeon as a tank. The pot gives 113 of both strength and stamina, whereas every other potion gives 900 of only one. So feels like Prolong was really good. Oh yeah, Prolong was best in slot. Okay, I guess we're not skipping that. Anyway, Prolong was really good in Legion, obviously. What is that?
You'd better be right, or your replacement's turn will be to watch you drown with the rest of this scum.
How much did Prolong give before the stat squish? Oh, I don't remember. 1,000 maybe? Seems like that might be right. I don't remember what the stats were even at before that. In fact, I forgot there even was a stat squish until you brought it up. Yeah, 1K, that makes sense. $2,500. I don't know either way, so. I forgot that there even was a stat squish, honestly. Forgot all about it. 1,000 of each. I wish they would make a 1-minute potion again, though. If they made a 1-minute potion again, I'd probably just use that, though, no matter what, because that's the main thing. Like, being able to, like, game the pre-pot because it lasts the full minute is something that is really invaluable about prolonged power. Even if the value of it is lower, the fact that I can get extra potions in because of doing stuff like that is not only really, really strong, but also really fun. Did you disable all the DBM bars, or are they just out of view? I don't know. I didn't disable anything, that's for sure. We had millions of HP in Legion? Yeah, that's for sure. 200, wait, what is that? 20 million with Van Blood, or was it more? 20 million? I don't know about that. I'm not really sure. We started with 4 million HP. I went all the way up to 12 to 14 million. Gotcha. I don't remember at all. Honestly, I literally forgot that there was a stat squish. I forgot all about it. I had 14 million by the end of Legion. Gotcha. I probably did too then. I don't remember the actual numbers. That's unfortunate. AMS and both mobs start running. Mobs hit hard though. As you can see by the rogue being dead. I guess I don't really know what killed him. I assume it was the mobs. Choosing to pull more mobs though is just not smart. I don't know. Somebody aggroed that on purpose or maybe it by accident, but I beam time soon. Reaping. What the fuck is this guy talking about?
Come on, boys. Rip open those doors. Once we get our claws on the Overseer's hostages, we'll be up to our snouts in ransom money.
Anyway, what would you want an expansion that doesn't include a higher level cap? Yeah, I think they should just remove leveling from expansions altogether. I have some pretty aggressive ideas on how to fix leveling in WoW, so I could probably make a whole video on it. Maybe I will. Probably just wait until BlizzCon. But either way, yeah, I have some ideas. Let's put it that way. I still find it funny how Healer died on the first boss. He was standing too close to a rogue who didn't move away from him, basically. Anyway, you think they will? Oh, they will. It's not I think they will announce a new expansion at BlizzCon, and hopefully there'll be a lot of big changes. That happens a lot. People don't move from each other. Yeah, I've had it happen where all 4 people got killed by the same one. Everybody was kind of just running, like they were all in motion, and they were all kind of moving in the same direction at the same time. And they all just kind of all got hit by it. It's kind of weird. So use Bark here. I don't know. It'll be back up for the next pack, but we don't really have anything up for the pack. We'll have Icebound, and Bone Storm will be up at least, so that'll help. Nope. I just used Bone Storm like a retard. Wow, that was not smart. Okay. Well, maybe Rune Weapon? No, Rune Weapon won't be back up either. Well, we have a couple things. Bark has 1 minute CD. He'll get it back. Yeah, hopefully. We good? Okay, we got to open with Ice or Vamp Blood. Icebound, and 3 people died. 1 person survived it. 3 people got hit by the fucking AoE thing. So that's good.
Beware.
It's gonna be a fucking complete wipe. Oh wait, did he take the res or what? No, he's just downstairs. Looks like he's in range, but he's not. Oh, the trinket's up though. Yo, surviving this shit. How about that, man? Carry me, Bone Storm. Trinket didn't do nearly as much as I thought it would. Let's throw rock. Stop it. Stop throwing rock. That's gonna kill me. That blast.
Sooner or later.
All right. Anyway, that 60k HPS. Yeah, didn't do a very good job there of surviving. If it was Legion, you would be full HP. Yeah. No doubt about that. Rock throw hurts so much. Yeah, definitely. Man, this guy is like spamming. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Need to make more speed pots as well. And I can't believe 3 people got hit by that Enforcer's thing. Definitely won't be double upgrading this now, I'd imagine. Unless we just blow the doors off some of these bosses, which I don't think will happen. Anyway, doing a 13 free ult, died 4 times to aggro. Tank is doing 6k DPS and called me inexperienced. Well, it is skittish, don't forget. So, but yeah, 6k DPS, that's fucking horrible. I don't know if that's on a boss or what, but if that's in any way on multiple targets, then that guy should play a different tank. Or not tank, I guess, more so. Not tank on skittish weeks. He's a Brewmaster Monk, 410. Is it on a boss though, or is it on, what's it on? I mean, less than 10k on a boss is pretty average. It's not really that big of a deal, especially if you don't have your CDs up. Both? Well, it can't be on both, right? Either way. It is skittish, so partially on you to realize that. Nothing you're really going to be able to do if the guy's doing that little damage. You're just going to get farmed by pretty much everything you fight. It's easy to lose aggro to Windwalker and Ret though. Gotcha. Yeah, obviously, like, you know, actual strong AoE specs are going to do a lot of damage, and they're still going to have problems with skittish. But for the most part, as long as you have a rogue in the group, you're going to have threat. Like, Trix is strong, let's put it that way. Alright, so this time we're not going to clear the cages, I guess. I don't know if that's going to really matter, to be honest. Metro, are you hyped for the Vengeance? Yes, yo, for real. Baba Kuel. I'm very hyped for them. Vengeance, I really enjoy Vengeance, and Bear as well, and those are both in line for very nice buffs. So I can see myself playing them a lot. Won't be playing too many alts early on, but I think that'll probably be, I'll be shelving Paladin and Shaman for a bit there to focus on them. What are the buffs? Oh, it's almost too many to list, honestly. You should look into them. The only cure to skittish is Prot Warrior DPS. I would say so. Pretty much any tank is fine on him, as long as you have like you know, like I said, especially with a rogue. You have a rogue doing like 100k on big packs or some shit, then you're in all set. You know, you don't. It doesn't matter. A million armor buffs. Yeah, they're getting all kinds of buffs. Metro, how far along in Mythic raids is your guild, Daniel? We've been 6 of 9 for like a month now. You know, we've just been having a lot of trouble with attendance recently. No surprise, end of the tier, end of the season, etc. He also pulls 3 packs at once, bolstering this week. Oh yeah, okay, so that guy's just checked into mental asylum. Then he should be. Are you still going to use Spirit? No, no way. Once the new shit comes out, I'll be using Gluttony all day. We spent a few hours on Rasta last night. Not my favorite fight. Oh no. I really enjoyed the fight. It's just had a lot of problems re-clearing it. Mostly the problems have been not being able to pull it because we don't have enough people. But yeah, the fight is really unfortunate because you really need a set amount of range. And if you don't have them, I don't know how you would even do the fight. I think it would probably just be impossible. Thanks for the Trinket video. Have a Gleaming Eye and TOS offensive Trinket at the moment. Really wanted that animated blood tank Trinket for Frost Decay. Would be perfect with Dragon or Breath. Gotcha. Yeah, there's a lot of really good trinkets this expansion. They're not as potent as they were in Legion, but the balance of them is way higher. Like in Legion, there was just absolute dead trinkets, and then trinkets that were just fucking crazy. Like so over budget and shit. Anyway, Breath is going to be met in 8.2. Yeah, that's another reason why I'm looking forward to playing Frost, because probably won't be using Breath anymore. I'm going to try that Ice Cap build for 5-mans. I think that'd be fun. Our tank kept dying soon after Bronzomni comes out. Are you guys doing the death, like the solo tank strategy? Because if so, then he's supposed to die. Frost Strike Spec, 70k crits. Nice. Yeah, I'm excited for Frost DK actually. They look like they're going to be pretty fun. Legion was fun because everything was OP. Yeah, again, the concept of fun there. Devaluing the concept of video game. But at the same time, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that are really fun and OP in BFA too, so. Arms is getting a nice buff. Oh yeah, I heard people have said it was very small buff, so I don't know. And it's only 10:40. It's funny. We wouldn't have even started the stream by now. Oh look, it's World of Dead content. What does that mean? Hopefully Frost becomes more reliable and consistent. Huge burst seems 220k upwards, but outside of that, it's so clunky and awful. Oh really? Well, I've never really played it properly, so I'll defer to your opinion on that. But I'm looking forward to playing some. Another 8% to our main attacks. Oh, you're talking about arms? Nice. Cool. It's good. Good to hear that. God. It's like no matter where I use this shit, I always end up aggroing something extra here. So we should probably just kill this mob, huh? I'm gonna kill it and not take one because I don't want to have that happen again. I don't want to pull that spotter unless we absolutely have to. Oh, they were attempting swaps with Rasta? Oh, I see. Oh yeah, so what we do is we have one tank on Rasta, that's me. Or no, one tank on Bronzomni, that's me, and one tank on Rasta the whole time. That's Morgreen. Him and I don't ever swap until the very end of the fight, and it's only just for convenience sake. It doesn't matter what Blizzard does, people will hate. We can't have Classic for 15 plus years. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, I don't know what that comment was about dead content, but like, yeah. If that's coming from a Classic sympathizer, you're gonna be upset, unfortunately. Oh, hey there, Metro. Azrai, what's up, buddy? How's it going, man? Wait, why do we only have 53% count? What the fuck? What did we not pull? I'm confused. This looks close. Close? We have 15 minutes. We're gonna upgrade it. I just don't know if we're gonna two chest it. Probably not. I'm confused how we have so little count, though. I don't know what we did wrong. What did we not pull? I'm not sure. They started to try that at the end. Did you die and get res strat? No, we didn't do that. Oh, wait. Does killing the fucking gates give count? Maybe it does. Like the gates on Jess, or the prisons on Jess Howler, that gives count, and we didn't do that. Is that right? Rogue spams? Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on with this guy. He's spamming so hard, it's crazy. Anyway, what else? So I guess. I think if you open it, it gives count. Yeah, that must be it. That must be it. You lost count from Jess's ads. If I remember correctly, their count if you kill before, and not count if they open during the fight. Yeah, that makes sense. That's definitely what happened then.
Stand ready, men. They're coming.
So I guess that's probably what happened on Friday or on Saturday as well. Because did we kill them? Probably not, because the rogue was AFK when we did the fight. Yeah, so yeah, no, we killed them with the boss. So I guess we lost less count than, like, we didn't actually have as little count as I thought we did, I guess. But they definitely adjusted count in there one way or the other. They don't bolster if Jess opens, that's why they're not count. Yeah, no, I know. I just didn't know they gave count. I thought they never gave count. I didn't realize they actually gave count. Watch this. Anyway, 5 shots will not be enough to oh no, definitely not. Yeah, you're gonna have to pick and choose. And I quite like that, because like top teams are now gonna have to do like crazy shit. Like 5 shots will be enough to kill every single mob if it hits every single mob, but it won't normally. So you'd have to pull every single mob together, and then yeah, you know, see what happens. That's the point of the nerf. Yeah, definitely. What are we doing here? Why are we doing this now? I don't get it. Anyway, mass grip for the win. Yep, things like that are going to be pretty strong. How are you able to hold one the whole time? Don't stacks get too high. So yeah, that's what I was saying. You die on purpose. So what I do is I AMS. So there's one mechanic that's really problematic, and then there's one mechanic that's just impossible. The problematic mechanic is the healing absorption. I can't remember what it's called. Death something or something. I can't remember. But anyway, it's a healing absorption, okay? But it's a magic effect. So you can AMS it. So I AMS the first one, die to the second one. Then we have our shaman res me, okay? Shaman has the res totem. That reses me, okay? Then I get up, AMS the third one, and I'm all set. Like, that's that. But that's not the hard part of the fight. The hard part of the fight is the actual stacks that you get while you're standing in Samdi's circle thing. And if damage isn't quick enough, or I die too quick on the first split, I'll have like 60 to 70 stacks, and I'm getting hit for like 100k per tick. It's crazy. So yeah, really not good. You know what I mean? We started to try that, yeah. So if you have a blood DK, you can do it. If you have a prop pally, you apparently can do it even easier. So if you have blood DK or prop pally, they can do it. What was going on here? I don't understand what we're doing. Yo, hey, Saraciel, what's up, buddy? How's it going, man? Yeah, blood DK, gotcha. Then yeah, you can do it. It's nothing crazy, but you're gonna need a lot of healing on the guy too. Like it's not just a free thing. Like it's tough. I die all the time. You can reset stacks with spell warding, yeah. If you have a pally, it's even easier. I have no idea why we did that now. Now we're gonna be overcount. That was fucking stupid. That was really stupid.
It's time to turn up.
Anyway, did this just grow AFK? I don't understand what they're thinking. No, they just wanted to go and get count now for some reason instead of after the boss. And that was really dumb. That was like a massive error. Guess we'll try again tonight. Yeah, I mean, like, you're probably gonna wipe a lot to the tank dying, so. I don't know if this, like, if we can have a time machine and go back, the strategy is probably not worth it, honestly. Like, I'm not really sure what we gained from doing it. It makes, like, the DPS uptime slightly higher, but it's not really a DPS race, so I don't know. That was a massive waste of time and mod percent. Yeah, definitely. They know this is timed, right? I don't know if they do, honestly. Is your ready pull / loot spec frame an add-on? No, it's an add-on called the Exorcist Raid Tools. And in the description of this stream, there's a video with all my UI stuff. In the description of that video, there's another video showing exactly how to set Exorcist Raid Tools up to look exactly like I have it now. But yeah. It's Exorcist Raid Tools. Good add-on. Used to be a lot better, obviously, but used to do like all kinds of stuff in raids, like actually in raids too. But then they nerfed like 90% of its functionality. What other strat would you try? Yeah, just swap. Just tank swap. I imagine the tank would never die if we did it right, but the problem is I'd have to like be very active as a bloody kick. It's tough as a bloody kick because of the movement, you know? But yeah, I'd imagine there would never be any tank. The thing is, the bosses would be running all around constantly. It would be a lot more messy. So I think the strategy is a lot more controlled, but we don't actually gain much out of that control, to be honest. Like, that control doesn't really help us, because the things that it helps us with are kind of already easy. Like, I guess it would mean it's easier to stay spread out for the fire, because the tanks aren't potentially running through people with the things, whatever the tank mechanic is. But that's already easy. You just pre-spread. People just don't do it. I guess the other thing would be DPS uptime, because the boss would be moving around constantly. We'd have better DPS if we didn't do that. But like, we sometimes have to stop anyway, and that's even with like carrying like 1 to 2 people right now. So just don't know. At raid we jest with raid leader and call Exorcist spyware because it was Mando. Gotcha. That's fine. Okay, so we're pretty much gonna have to skip this pack up here. I've never been in a situation where we have to skip this pack. Hey Metro, how's it going today? Connellan, what's up, buddy? It's going well. Man, they move slow as fuck. You're talking about Rastakhan, yeah, definitely. Maybe 3 tank? Nah, you definitely can't 3 tank. Okay, that's good there, dude. What are you doing? Anyway, do you think penguins are cute creatures? Adnan Fawaz. I do, yes. Well, we still have a chance to upgrade this. It was a pretty thrown, though, to be honest. We fucked a lot of things up.
So come to return for your execution. I've been eager to try these rounds on living
And this fight is going to be crazy, though, without the cannons, honestly.
Beware. Beware.
With this dungeon, I mean, not the fight, obviously. Penguins are better than Naga? Oh, yeah. They're, one's fictional and one's not, so it's hard to compare them. I played Blood DK on that fight, and we swap on every Scorching Detonation. That way I have AMS up every time I tank Bwansamdi. Gotcha. Does that do much, or what? You only really need AMS for the tank, like the actual tank mechanic on Bwansamdi. Wait, so does that mean that this boss only gets 5 shots in with this cannon? That would be pretty funny, actually. Yeah, if these cannons just stop functioning after they shot 5 times. Although I don't know if they even shoot 5 times most of the time. Probably not, to be honest. Seems like our monk tank was struggling with Bwan with the swap. Yeah, so that's like Morgraine plays a monk, I play a Bloody K. We have the same comp. He's like crazy good at surviving on Bwansamdi, and I'm like above average good at surviving on he's crazy good at surviving on Rastakhan, and I'm above average good at surviving on Bwansamdi, so it seems like the perfect idea for our group. But yeah, I don't know. Why would you swap? I guess not using totem res. We were just talking about it. I don't know if you're just joining the conversation now, Sarah, but it's like I just don't really know what we gain from it. Like, we've had a lot of wipes to me dying, like a lot actually. Probably like 30 some of the wipes have been to me dying, so I don't know what we even gain from it, honestly, in terms of progression. But I guess the things that we do gain, like basically the bosses wouldn't be moving around. That would be the case. You heard about bans on Twitch because Naga sounds too similar to the no-no word? I think I did hear about that, yeah. But another reason why I don't use Twitch, let's put it that way. A lot of fucking idiots on there. Including the people who run the website, apparently. We do it mainly to clear tank stacks on the dot. That way, because our healers have the habit of not healing tanks much. Gotcha. Savix was talking about Classic. He said, don't show. Yeah, that's funny. Alright, so we're good here, I guess. 2 minutes. Just gotta kill one of these. I think it's just our conditioning. Put a lot of work on 5 people, so the other 15 just have to survive. Yeah, that's true, I guess. That's definitely what this strategy does. If we swapped it up now, I don't know how that'd even go. Well, definitely not now. I was just saying, like, if there was a way we could get a time machine, would we do the strategy still? And I think the answer would be no. But, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. We have no time machine. And that was almost thrown so hard, it's kind of crazy. At least we did it, though. Oh, I got 2 items. Nice. Both suck. That's fine. You think Fury Warriors might be more of a solid choice in the new affix, seeing how their single target is very strong? I wouldn't say it's very strong, but no, I don't think Fury Warriors is ever going to be a good pick unless they get some actual utility. A lot of people have really good single target. Anyway, I need King's Rest, Shrine, and Siege of Brawlis this week, and I'm done with the Feat of Strength. That was sweet. Feat of Strength's nice to get, but next season you're definitely going to want to get the Feat of Strength, so I wouldn't worry about it too much this season. Alright, so what's the 18? Jesus Christ. Waycrest, sweet, I'll do that. Anyway, get it this season and you won't have to worry about it this season. Yeah, that's a good point. I think they will be better since their AoE is capped at like 5 targets. Is it? Warlock has 0 or has good single target but 0 utility. I wouldn't say that that's the case, Bindit. Alright, I'm gonna run to the bathroom quick and then we'll get hopefully a nice Waycrest in. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. I have 15 Shrine on my mage, sweet. All I need is Shrine on my druid for the achievement. Shame I get it on alt and not on my main. Yeah, you can probably get it on a lot of characters. 15s are pretty easy nowadays, but I just don't really care. Feat of Strengths are like pointless to me. I don't really care for them. They don't count for achievement points, and they don't matter really at all. Metro, how much of your healing was your weapon and trinket that dungeon? Let's take a look. There's all the things. So, trinket's pretty crazy. 2 trinkets combining for 5 million, almost. 4.5 million. And then weapon and the gloves combining for about 4 million as well. So, pretty crazy. So 8 million healing was from just items that are equipped, not even including Azurite armor.
Stay the course.
If the Alliance wants to hide among the monsters of Drustvar, then we will hunt them both. Fight with honor and fight with strength.
Tell me of your travels. Next one is on me.
Raider IO is like a replacement for that Feat of Strength. Yeah, not really, but to be honest, I don't care either. Across all my characters, I have like all 15s in time. It's just something to do. Yeah, no doubt. So hot out here, for fuck's sake. I miss winter. Oh yeah, I definitely do not miss winter, and it's not anywhere that warm here, unfortunately, so. No stream boss? Oh, what the hell? That icon is not there, but the... Don't know, let's reset it. There we go. Yeah. The icon just was bugged or something? The values were correct. The stream boss abdicated. Yeah. That was weird, I'd never seen that happen before. Stream boss is monkey balls. Yeah, it's he donated $100 last week. What is the stream boss? The stream boss is a visual representation of all the different ways that you could possibly interact with the channel monetarily. And yeah, the more money or something you donate, the more damage you do to the boss's health pool. And the person who kills the stream boss then becomes the next stream boss, and their health pool is quantified by how much they overkilled the stream boss. So example, right now it's probably got about like 19k health. If you did 19.1 damage, you would be a very, very, very small stream boss. Let's put it that way. But if you did like 50k damage, you would be a massive stream boss. Like you would be stream boss for months. So anyway, what's that? $1 billion or something? That's a lot of zeros. To kill the stream boss is to know the stream boss. Yeah, that's true. Once you become the stream boss, you'll understand. Yeah, it's just like a visual representation of all the different types of support you can give the channel. It also works for subscribers too. A lot of alliance activity in this zone for some reason. I guess because it's the whatever. I haven't done one of these in a long time. I forgot all about these. Alright. They're inside or they're here already. Alright, hopefully we get this 18 done. Can't go any worse than that Borealis. I take it there's some number scaling involved. Yeah, some behind the scenes stuff, but I doubt it. No. It's obviously not 21,000 damage equals $21,000. Yeah, it's like, you know, for every $1 you donate, it counts for like 50 health or something. I don't know exactly. I can't remember, but yeah. Yeah, that was a $100 donation on top of a very low stream boss, like a boss that was with like probably maybe 3,000 or 4,000 health left. So it's scaled up. It needs a stat squish. Yeah, it does have a fair amount of health, but that's only a product of the insane generosity that was given that day. Let's put it that way. But yeah, sponsorship is actually a really big one too. I think that's like for $5 only for the sponsor, you'll get way more out of sponsoring than you would from actually donating $5. So I'm glad to see, or they're not called sponsors anymore, they're called members now, but I'm glad to see so many new members recently. I really like the feature. A lot of gold icons out there now too. It's good to see that. I just hit the red icon. Yeah, congrats, man. That's 2 months in, right, Cubdova? Let's see where you're at. Yep, 2 months. Sweet. Yeah, it's awesome. I really like the system, honestly. I like it better. I don't know how it works on Twitch. I know they have the different colors and stuff, but... $2. Thanks, Brandon. Very generous. Feel free to leave a message too, don't forget. I was looking for your stream yesterday but couldn't find it. I don't get YouTube. I stream the same time every time, so just go to the channel and it'll be there. I don't know why YouTube doesn't always wait, what? Anyway, yeah, I don't get why YouTube doesn't recommend it to people all the time, but is the right path still AIDS? The right path is, unfortunately, the harder path, yes. It's the bell icon. You'll be notified when it goes live or uploads. I've had people say that they have that on and they still don't get notified. It's basically like if you get notified and you don't click on it a couple times in a row, it's like, it's going to be like, all right, I guess this guy doesn't actually want to watch this shit, so it stops telling you about it, you know? So that's the thing, I guess. Like if you got the notification a couple times and you didn't interact with it, then YouTube might be like, all right, well, he doesn't want to watch it regardless. I wish it wasn't that way, but it's a healthy way to be for sure. Because there's so many different people on YouTube. It's unfair, you know? Anyway, I hope Mr. Beast comes someday and becomes Ultra Stream Boss. Nice. I clicked on your channel yesterday and went to every section and couldn't find anything live. I assumed you weren't streaming. Well, that's just a bug or something. I don't know. It should, whenever I'm live, it'll be the top thing, you know? Might happen. Talking about the... Who's that? The other rogue? Yeah, let's get not a second rogue, hopefully. The stream was a bit different though yesterday, so I could see there being problems. But yeah, regardless, if you're on the channel, you should always be able to find the live page. I don't know though. I don't know what's up with YouTube anymore. Sometimes they have some weird issues. It's always been like this too. As far back as just the standard subscription model, there was times when people would say that even though they were subbed to channels, they weren't getting told about the videos that were being published. Shadow banned, you know. No such thing, I don't think. I quite like the super chat idea, even though YouTube takes such a high cut from it, though. It's nice, like, you know, it stays on the screen and all that, and it's good. I wish people would. So many people super chat, but they don't actually leave a message. That's the best part, is having it read out the message, right?
By all means, don't assess the situation. You don't jump into the fray.
Karen Jew, no thanks. The shit off. Garbage.
I see everything.
Your will belong to me now.
Oh, hey, Harno, goddamn. The big question, though, Charmander or Squirtle? I like Squirtle a lot, but Charizard's like my favorite, one of my favorite Pokemons in the game. So, how you been, man? What are you up to? What do you think about Sword and Shield? You see that? Just once, I want to try that toy to give me Ragnaros. Oh, that would be awesome. Hexlord Malacrass for the win. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, Arno, I don't know if you realize, a friend, I'm not sure if you even know this guy, but a friend of ours, Cop, he just started playing Reborn for the first time. This is literally his first Pokemon experience ever. He's never played Pokemon before in his life. And he's playing Reborn as his first experience. I don't know. Might not go well for him. Interesting choice on his part. But yeah, it's interesting.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
He's getting farmed by the first gym, so not a good start for him. It's been like an hour and he couldn't beat the first gym. He's like, the field effects, like I gotta find a way to turn them off. It's like, doesn't work that way. Well, that's a trial by fire. Yeah, that's definitely I wouldn't recommend it, let's put it that way. He's like literally never, so he doesn't even know like the type chart. That's what I was telling him, like, you know, when you and I played Reborn, I didn't really know the type chart very well, but you did, so you would constantly be like, oh yeah, that Pokemon's this, that, we should try this, that instead. But like, if I had literally no idea about the type chart, we'd never be able to beat that game, right? So, yeah, I don't know how he's even gonna get past like the first half of it. Surely the field effects do the same thing to enemies. They do, but I mean, they're not. It's created so. It's like the field effect in the first gym is an electric field, right? So the team is all electric Pokemon, you know what I mean? So it's going to help her more than it's going to help you. I mean, you can make an all electric team and benefit from the field, but then you're just fighting. I don't know. Fighting fire with fire, I guess? That's not really the phrase I'm looking for, but it's ironically true. Could have been even more true if it was a fire gym. So you bring any rock, well, it's ground type that you'd be looking for, but regardless, there are no ground types before the first gym in Reborn. That's another thing. No ground types in the wild, at least. You can get a Mudkip or a, what's the, Turtwig? You can get a Turtwig. That's actually the Pokemon we started with, Turtwig. But F that, ground all the way, yeah. Grass then? Yeah, that's what I recommended to him, was grass Pokemon. And in Reborn, ironically enough, you often have to do counterintuitive moves to win. Yeah, definitely. It's definitely your different type of Pokemon experience. I love what Reborn is and has created. As much as I've been having fun with the Final Fantasy Tactics ROM hack, I think it's time to get back to working on the Reborn. I think it's time to get back to working on the Pokemon fan game. I really would love to have a finished Pokemon fan game product out there. I really should play test it, and I just don't. It's such a long, like it's hard. It's meant to be difficult, so to play test it, like to actually completely play test and beat my own game, it would probably take me longer than to finish like 3 or 4 more gyms. So I just don't know if I'm creating a fair or balanced game right now without playtesting. But I just don't really have time to playtest my own game. I guess I'll probably just keep working on it and just say fuck it. Probably could have just pulled her. Anyway, I'll do my best. It's been a while. In the vanilla games, you go against fire. You pull out water or rock or something to KO it. Straightforward, yeah. Yeah, it's true. You got to be a lot more defensive-minded in Reborn. I forgot to AMS. Fuck. But in Reborn, the game maker sometimes adds weird effects / hacks the moves to nullify your straightforward tactics. Gotta think outside the box to win. Yeah, that'll be something that I'll be heavily employing as well in my game. To the nth degree, actually. Like, I've really made it hard. I've made it like you really have to be very conscious about how you're countering things. Yeah, like typically the type chart would be all you need to worry about, but with field effects, like for example, say like you're on a dark field, right? Well, typically fairy would be a very good option against a dark Pokemon, right? Be a very good option, like extremely good option. Well, on this dark field, they might make it so fairy moves deal like 50% less damage, you know? That's like the field effect system in play. Now, in Reborn, she made all the fields have one big, like, drawback, too. So, like, for example, the grass fields, it can catch on fire. So that's, like, the easiest one, right? The grass field literally just gets countered by fire Pokemon. It doesn't actually, it's not like the other ones might be, you know? So, like, something like that is usually present as well. In some way that you can manipulate the field, even though you're against it. Hey, Dan, what's up, buddy? How's it going, man? The key is probably not looking good with that Windwalker monk damage. Oh, I didn't even realize. Yeah. Whatever. Doesn't matter. As long as we finish the 18, I'll be satisfied. Oh, man. We only have 13 people accepted for the raid tonight. I was hoping to kill some bosses on Mythic. Gotcha. Looks like we're going to be shy a healer again, so need to find a healer or something tonight. Otherwise, we're going to have to start late. Fowler's going to be late again tonight, so... Anybody out there is looking to fill in, you know. I wonder how effective that toxic tank EV strategy would be in the Pokemon Reborn. Yeah, like competitive strategies like that are actually really valuable. The thing is, like, again, like the fields will often mitigate them. Like if you think it's effective, the person who's created the field has probably thought that it's too effective, you know. It's not tyrannical, the monk is fine. I suppose so. Not very good damage though. Let's use your open here because this is gonna be a long pack, especially with bolstering on this. I was under the impression monks did good damage. Me too. Not this one. Waycrest fortified. Some of the trash hits so hard, you think? Hey Metro, today is my lucky day because I got in 2 hours, 2 mounts, and 3 big eye level upgrades. Wow, congrats, man. That is pretty lucky. We had our first pull on Mythic Conclave last night. Almost killed it. The last part is sketchy, though. Yeah, it's definitely sketchy. No doubt about it. What was our most hated Pokemon in Reborn again? We had so much trouble with. Oh, yeah. Yanmega. We had a lot of trouble with Shelly's gym. I remember that. That was the first real challenge. But I don't know. I have to go back and rewatch that gym. Or rewatch that game. Our playthrough was fucking legendary, man. I haven't even played Reborn in a while now. Like, there's been a new episode and I haven't played it. Oh, that's terrible. That's gonna be a wipe. gonna get bolstered the fuck now. Do you know how I can play Reborn? Yeah, you just download it and play it. It's a standalone game made in RPG Maker, so as long as you have Windows computer, you'll be able to play it on your computer. Are you gonna play Pokemon Sword and Shield? No, probably not. The vanilla games are just too boring at this point. I can't enjoy them. Probably the thing I dislike the most about the vanilla games, besides the lack of difficulty, is they keep introducing these new gimmicks like fucking Mega Evolution and Z moves. I just don't like this shit. Just give me standard Pokemon fare and I'm fine. That's all I want. Type matchups and, you know, catching Pokemon. That's all I care about. How do you think Shrine is this week? About to do a 15. Not too bad. We did Shrine 17 yesterday and we only missed it by like a small margin. I'll only give new vanilla games a shot if they add difficulty options. Yeah, glad we agree on that. They're just way too easy. It's too hard to, it would be too difficult to go back to, from playing like Rejuve and Reborn and shit, these awesome fan games that are focused on difficulty. It would be like, oh wow. It would be like impossible to go back to those joke mode games. They should just rename Shrine to Beat Second Boss of the Storm. Heart Gold and Souls, yeah. Heart Gold, Sacred Gold, the ROM hack for Sacred Gold, probably the best, like, I would recommend. It's a good starting point if you're new in fan games and ROM hacks. Recently played Volt White 1 and 2. And oh yeah, you started playing that on Ace Games, remember? And you never, oh. Man, making a lot of mistakes in this. Anyway, I checked out the Platinum ROM hack. Pretty cool. Yeah, that's cool. It's just now that I've been making my own game, it's hard to go back to the original games, even the ones that are harder. But either way, oh god, we aggro more shit.
Beware.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna be a wipe. Anyway, what is the highest key you've ever done? We've done a couple 19s, but we never upgraded any of them. This group's not starting too whoopee. Yeah, I mean, I made a big mistake there as well. Twice made a big mistake, so I'll take the blame on that one. But to be fair, if we could actually just single target, we wouldn't have had any problems. I've always wondered, what is the Drafts of Souls icon? Yeah, that's just generic potion CD. It's changed so many times over the years that it's just not a... Oh, that doesn't help us. Is that gonna stay bolstered? What? Okay, there we go. Actually get them in the fire here. There we go. They're in the fire. It's gone. Just kidding. Anyway, what else? But yeah, I don't know, man. Pokemon fan games. I wish there was like a WoW fan game type thing, because I feel like Pokemon fan games are like keeping that game genre alive. I know a lot of like people still like the vanilla games and the charm of it, but as an adult, I have a lot of trouble. Of course, from playing the games, you find out what you don't like and make sure that it's fixed in something you make yourself, right? I'm a big map junkie, so looking forward to seeing the game map of it. Oh, sweet. Yeah, not a pro. It's definitely not going to look as good as Reborn and Rejuve and shit, but I think I did a decent job with some of the maps. I just got to get back to work on it, honestly. I spent too much time on the Final Fantasy Tactics ROM hack, which I enjoy making, but like Pokemon's my true passion. I'm gonna probably not work on the Reborn or the ROM hack. Oh my god, what is going on here, man? Wow.
Beware.
Anyway, I'm probably not gonna work on the Tactics hack again for a while now. Cop's gonna play through it, and we'll go back to that after he's played through a bunch of it. Anyway, Reborn's HD map was insane. Oh, you're talking about like the world map, or you mean like the actual like tile sets?
Beware.
Yeah, well, Oh, we gotta kill something here. We're gonna literally wipe without killing anything.
Beware.
At least if we kill these hounds, when we wipe, the pack this won't happen again. Might actually not wipe though, to be honest. Possible. Alright, anyway. Yeah, the world map. Yeah, that was awesome. That's the thing about Reborn. It started from such a good point. Like, the game was already a game before it was even being made. Which is really, like, obviously that's the way you want it to be, right? Like, if you can make that happen in a game. It's kind of like World of Warcraft, right? Like, World of Warcraft was already a game before they made World of Warcraft. Because of Warcraft 3 and stuff, so... I feel like all the best games are like that, you know? Anyway, would Reborn be more enjoyable if I look up nothing, everything, or some things? I don't think it would matter, really.
Beware.
It'll be enjoyable the first time you play through it regardless. I mean, I guess if you watch a full playthrough and then you know everything about all the story and all the collections, then it won't be. But honestly, Reborn is like a fucking like multi-100-hour game. Like, you could play that game for thousands of hours and still have fun. Port Coltirian served the witches in his life, now serves you in death. No peace. Yeah, sadly.
Beware.
You're right, it's a good point. Can you fire this mob?
Beware.
This Thorn Barrage ironically hits less hard than the actual melees, as you see. Melees hit for like 30% of my health somehow. And this is non-bolstered.
Beware.
All right, everyone. It was nice talking. Sweet, man. Glad to see you, dude. It's always awesome. Have a good one. Sleep well.
Beware.
Hopefully my mouse will come tomorrow, and then by Friday we'll have no problems. It's been pretty bad recently.
The thorns seek your soul.
I don't think we even need to fuck with this week, honestly. Anyone on Horde needs 7 mother load? Jesus, 7. I don't think anybody needs that anywhere.
The thorns seek your soul.
On alts? Not even on alts. This boss is fun as Prot Warrior, never have to drop stacks. Yeah, I'd say it's probably the same for most tanks. I'm gonna do it anyway though, it's dying somewhat slow.
Thorns seek your soul. Yes, release us.
Ideally I wouldn't do it during that though, that was not a good idea. Oh! Thanks man, Jonesy.
Enjoy the videos, keep making content.
Can do. Thanks a lot, Jonesy. I really appreciate your generosity, man. That helps a lot. I got to 54 stacks and a 14. Nice. Stop trolling. I mean, no offense, man, but I don't know why anybody would do a sub 10. Even on, like, you'd have to be like a fresh as fuck all. It's like 10s are super easy right now. I had 64 stacks on Tyrannical. Not even a scratch. Nice work.
Beware the thorns.
Yeah, fortified, it's really easy. Could probably go to like 60 some stacks. It's just, I don't know. Does it make the thorns do more damage as well? I don't know if it does. Just shield block his smash, easy win. Nice. Oh, you like literally don't get hit by it? That's interesting. Yeah, that's one way to do it, I suppose. Gears breaking.
To meddle in my affairs,
Need to repair here. Let's just do it now before we forget. Solid aggro. Yeah, the Reap's next though, so we'll save Rune Weapon.
Rise, fallen one.
Of course, we should have saved Blood Boil because we only have one charge of Blood Boil. There it is. Anyway, Warriors take no damage to speak of. I don't care for him on the DK though. I just clear at 20 just to be safe. Gotcha. What else? I don't think you understand how much harder it is for non-streamers to get eye level up. Dude, what the fuck are you talking about, non-streamers? Anyway, you certainly can. That's what I'm saying. Recently did this dungeon as Horde. I like how savage Lady Waycrest is when addressing Horde players. Yeah, I didn't know that it was different, but of course it is. I had somebody in the Discord tell us about that too. I didn't even realize that they were different. It's not hard. You just need to queue or have friends. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you even say that. Like, I don't even play with anybody from the stream. Like, what the fuck? Non-streamers, Jesus. Dude, I've done it on 10 alts. I think I know. I don't know, man. Take your word for it. Anyway, maybe streamers like Asmongold. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't play with anybody from the stream, ever. So I'm not sure what your point is on that, but I would definitely recommend doing 10s and higher on any character you can, no matter what. If for some reason you think you can't do that, then best of luck. I'm from the stream. Have we played together? I don't know. I mean, it's just like, it's so rare that I actually play with somebody from the stream. And almost never on alts. Anyway, one of my favorite little details in BFA is the voice work after killing Lady Waycrest. I like how they're puzzled who we are. Oh yeah, the NPCs. Who are you? It's kind of funny, right? They did a good job with the theme of this dungeon. It's a bit betrayed by the overall lack of urgency from the characters that are present in it, to be honest. Like, it's really betrayed. Like, I don't... This storyline just ends, which is a sad thing. I was really hoping that 8.1 was going to be like a raid with these guys, kind of like Trial of Valor or something like that, you know? Anyway. God damn it, I love this dungeon, and I love that you stream Blood DK. Sweet, man. Go with Fresh 120, bring no buddies, and try to join keys. You won't get in, right? But that has nothing... Why would you bring no buddies, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. You can still be doing 10s on alts. Need somebody to help you out. Anyway, I tanked some keys when you did a healer stream like 4 weeks ago, and 1 key way back in Legion. Sweet, man. Why would you queue? Yeah, I mean, that's another thing. Either way, it's really matter. Regardless, there's no reason to do 7s at this point, so best of luck. You get your IO up by failing a ton of 10s, 11s, 12s, etc. Yes, you can catch a Pulsel in Pokemon Reborn, my favorite. Yeah, every Pokemon is available in Reborn, but a lot of them aren't available until late game. Early game Pokemon, that's another thing I'm looking to solve with my Pokemon game. Early game Pokemon availability is dire in other games, and I'm looking to completely change that. I'm looking to make like the early game Pokemon be the best ones, so you can make the team that you want to make as quickly as possible. Anyway, I think you need to get some help. Yeah, I don't know. Let's move on from this conversation. Maybe have an NPC grant your dream team straight up. Not that easy, but yeah. Like, for example, every route in my game, every route is going to have 10 Pokemon on it. Or actually, it might be 11. I think is it 10 or 11? I can't remember. But either way, it's going to have like one of every type. One of the main things I'm looking to have in my game is a very active monotype survivability. Like you're actually able to do monotype well, even though it's a very hard game. And the main way I'm accomplishing that is by giving a lot of different typing of Pokemon out very quickly. One of the big things, like if you were to play Dragon Mono in Reborn, you would literally not be able to start it until like 5 hours or so into the game. Not even, might be longer than that, depending on how long it takes. You would have to use a non-dragon Pokemon for an extremely long time. There is no dragon. No, actually, that's not true. They put a single dragon Pokemon early, so yeah, I don't know. It would just be a mess. But like that's something I'm looking to not have in my game. I would like to have a very high availability of Pokemon. Anyway, let's just move on from that conversation because obviously we're not on the same page about what's going on. Why would you want only dragon types? It's a very common type of challenge. It's called a monotype run, where you complete the game with only one type of Pokemon. Carry John through a 10. If I had more time, I would for sure. I'd love to do viewer keys and help out, but I just picked my favorite ones and go at it. Yeah, no, it's like a challenge, you know? It's like leveling in WoW without gear on. Like, you don't do it for any strategical advantage. You do it because it's challenging and potentially interesting. Like, I love the concept of monotype runs because it feels like the game was designed that way at times. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all the gym leaders only use one type of Pokemon, so it's like, all right, well, let's make it as fair as possible then. You know what I mean? So that's I've always liked that. He makes fun of people doing 7s. I mean, to be fair, you're making fun of yourself at this point. So I would recommend dropping it because you're not doing anything to help yourself. No wonder he only has 100. Anyway, Ryan King has subscribed. Welcome, buddy. Yeah, just do the key if you want to do the key, man. Good luck. In your game, do you have emissary ads that beguile random packs in the dungeon? There are no dungeons in Pokemon, so no. But I do have random trainers. It's kind of the same thing as the affixes, trying to make the battles interesting. So no matter when you fight that trainer, you might have something interesting going on because it's going to be random. Thanks. Didn't think that would actually pop up. Oh yeah, I try to have all the alerts, like any relevant alert, pop up. Welcome. Reap in Pokemon games? Yeah, not quite, but randomness in the game, like randomness in the challenge of the game, I think is good for Pokemon. Because there's so many different things that could challenge you, and like so many different checks to balance in Pokemon. But I think having some randomness there makes the game more fun, for sure. While he's here complaining, he could be doing a 7. Nah, he's just gonna continue acting like a fucking child about nothing. Oh god, this is real bad. Well, this is gonna be a problem. Wait, does it not bolster anymore? Okay, good. Forget it. Cool Pokemon challenge would be Pokemon trainers come at you one after another and see how long you can last. That is actually another thing that people have done in their fan games. What do they call that? I can't. There's a name for it. I can't remember what it is. Boss rush or something like that. I can't remember. It's kind of common in fan games in general, not just Pokemon. But yeah, basically, think exactly how best to word it. But yeah, basically you just face all the gym leaders back to back. There's actually a Pokemon Reborn mod that does that. You just face all the gym leaders back to back, and you can't change your Pokemon. Pokemon, like, they're gonna get healed regardless. Like that wouldn't be possible. But yeah, they're gonna get healed, but you can't change your team. So basically you have to use one team for every gym, and that is very difficult, I'd imagine. By doing a 7 and getting it to 10 or higher. Yep, that's fine. That's what he wants to do. Feel free. I'm just surprised that people are doing 10s nowadays. It doesn't seem like something anybody would want to do. Anyway, Pokemon Showdown stream. I've never really done the Pokemon Showdown thing. I know Arno did for a while with some of his friends, but I never got involved in it. Okay, we're doing a terrible job with these ads. Keep letting them cast infest. I'll do 10s if I just don't feel like trying for that week, but want my chest. Gotcha.
Beware.
Alright, well, I'm going to dip out and play Reborn. Oh, okay. See you later, man. Good luck. Have fun. If you have any questions about it, let me know. You can message in Discord or something. Okay, we gotta kill these fucking ads. Why does this keep happening? I'll just play $39 for a Mythic 10 run, lol. Oh yeah. Yeah, people sell that shit like crazy, I'm sure. It's so easy to do a 10 now too. I could imagine that buying it and selling it is probably a real thing. That's terrible. Yeah, we've had a lot of trouble with bolstering this this dungeon. Anyway, there's no point. Just wipe this honestly. Nice use of the emotes, by the way. Good work with that. I love seeing those emotes used, honestly. Why play the game when you can buy it? Yeah, that's a good point. If you're got an infinite cash option and just skip everything by paying somebody to help you with it, then guess I can understand that. But I can't imagine ever like paying somebody to help me with something. It just seems so pointless. I like actually playing the game and feeling like I'm doing something, not just like, oh, okay, these people are gonna help me do it regardless of what happens. Can we actually skip Matron Alma? So anyway, where's the pride in that? Yeah, I don't know. I'll pay people to play a video game for me. Nice. Smart. I hate being carried. Yeah, I couldn't do it. Okay, what are we doing? Anyway, is this the only 5 dungeon boss in BFA? Yeah, I think so. It's gonna be interesting. I don't know about like the count at the end strategy. It's been really hammered home because of reaping. I've always liked to do this though because you can just you guarantee that you're not gonna pull extra mobs by accident and waste time. But I don't know how it's gonna work in season 3. So my first 19 ended about 2 minutes after entering it. Are you serious? Yeah, when I saw you post that, I was like, oh, that's lucky. Then I was like, I don't even want to say anything because you're probably not even going to kill the first boss. That's, yeah. King's Rest, I don't know. People have some weird, oh shit. Okay, let's not fuck this up again. People have some problems with that dungeon, let's put it that way. And they just gave up, of course. Well, a small mistake happened 2 minutes into a 40-minute dungeon. Thanks for coming, guys. Imagine if your life was like that. Like that's how you lived your life. Well, I got fired from McDonald's at the age of 16. Guess that's it. Good life. We had a good life. It's like so weird. All 2K players except for me at 1871, and the tank just completely brain farted on bolstering. Gotcha. That's like failing one. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well, I got a, it's not even like a failure, right? Like, you could have still easily continued. Like, you didn't fail anything. Well, I got an 85 on this test instead of a 95 or higher. Guess I better drop out of school. School's just not for me. Maybe I'll, when I get rebirthed as another human, I'll get better luck in school. That was a weird philosophical concept I just brought up. Anyway, seems like there's a lot more Mythic Plus activity on Horde than Alliance. It is, definitely. Alliance is just very devoid of serious players, unfortunately. I'd say there's probably, like, on any given time, like 50% more competitive players on Horde. It's way more noticeable at the start of a season. At the start of a season, it's crazy. We were testing it out at the start of Season 2, and I was having an equally geared Blood DK and Alliance. Or equally, I think it was just a tank. But anyway, an equally geared tank show all the keys from Season 2 start. And there was, like, people doing, like, fucking, like, fives through 9s, like, in bulk, but there was no 10s. Not a single 10. And then, meanwhile, on Horde, it was just 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Every key was 10, 11, 12, you know? The first few weeks. So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there is Otter Pop. I transferred my Horde to Toon because of that reason. Yeah, or my Horde to Toon. My Toon to Horde. I would recommend going Horde, honestly. It's a sad thing to have to say, but they're, yeah, just gonna get worse by the day. So I would get ahead of it. If you like pugging competitive content in WoW, you definitely want to be Horde. I play Ally still. I can agree. No 10s ever. It might have actually been you. I can't remember. Somebody was posting screenshots, and there was just like literally no higher, like no keys higher than whatever you might consider to be like a competitive, like where it starts getting hard, you know. So like at the beginning of the season, 10 was obviously very hard, and there was like no keys above a 9. Let me guess, massive bolster from the minions of Zool because there was no plan for it, so default blame goes to the tank. Oh, you're talking about that King's Rest? Probably. But it didn't sound like there was no plan for it. It sounds like the tank just fucked up. I'm Alliance, and I usually set up for 10s because there's hardly anything higher. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would recommend, unless you have like a guild and stuff, like you're fully set up on Alliance and you're very happy with that group of people, I would just get off Alliance as soon as possible. As an ally player, it's tough to even find groups, yeah. I almost want to ditch them, but that's messed up. I actually do have a question, but it's just a small gripe. The game is in a small window, and yeah, you can. It can be in, there's a setting. Go to the settings. It's like options or something. I don't know exactly where. You just mess around with the menus a bit, you'll find it. And in that options pane, there'll be a thing for the size of the screen. You can make it small, medium, large, or full screen. I wouldn't recommend doing full screen, but I would recommend doing at least medium, yeah. Anyway, I have a guild, luckily. Yeah. Walking around Borealis and seeing people average a score of like 1.1k and then going to the SAR. Yeah, it's funny, right? That's a funny point, actually. Yeah, there was no plan for it. I didn't say anything apart from clarifying route, figuring these big boys knew what they were doing. Yeah, it's realistic. Like to get a 19 this week isn't really that hard. So it's a shame that it was King's Rest, but I don't know if it's just me. But there are not enough keys on, but there are enough keys on Alliance side. Yeah, it's just on average they're gonna be less competitive keys. So like you'll be hindered by the faction. Sadly, like there's not much you can do about it. Is it in the game? No, it's in the game. Yeah. Like, there should be a settings tab. I think it's even on like the opening screen, like where the game starts. There's like a screen that is going to have like an option. I can't remember exactly how the opening screen looks, but it should be pretty obvious. Just mess around with the menus and you'll find it. Nice. Probably gonna be a wipe here as well. Gotcha. Borealis is so laggy for me. Really? Why? Computer is not up to par.
We're too late. Wait.
And by the way, the quality is surprisingly high. You haven't even started, man. Wait till you see some of the late game shit. This game is like fucking top tier. Like it's better than real games, honestly. Like I would recommend somebody play Pokemon Reborn over any other Pokemon product, to be honest. Like even the vanilla games. There's more to do in Reborn and more enjoyable, like more things to enjoy than any vanilla like Pokemon game for sure. And there's even online play, which you probably won't ever get into, but I don't see any keys above 17 on my alliance. Rarely find anything higher, yeah. Anyway, average 250 FPS. In Brawlis, it's like 60. Oh yeah, didn't realize.
Hello.
I do agree that factions should be gone. Yeah, I don't know about gone. I guess I like how they work in some situations, but it's gonna need to happen regardless of why. It's the game's, you know, the population of the game is going down. I think they need to consider reassessing how realms work. I think they need to pretty much merge like every realm in the game at this point. I would say like merge down to like 25 or so realms and just merge down super small in terms of realms and just no more cross realm like out in the world shit, you know? No more phasing and all that, whatever. Maybe just allow cross faction dungeons and raids. Well, you need to have cross faction guilds too, so that would have to be factions are just gone. Hey Cider, what's up buddy? How's it going, man? Drinking. Anyway, especially when Classic comes along, BFA could stand to lose another 100 or 800k players. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't worry about that regardless, but either way, the, you know, the game's it's not growing anymore, that's for sure, so hopefully they have some kind of plan. And the best way to increase the active population in the game is just to remove factions. That'll be a huge, or at least allow some type of faction desertion feature. It worked during its heyday, but the truth is the game's player base is smaller than before, right? I started a Horde tune, but not being able to play with my ally friends really sucks. Makes me not play it as much. Yeah, no, I mean, obviously. That was always kind of the point for factions, but I don't know. Anyway, screwing around on the PTR, gotcha. Hey Metro, you probably have been asked this a lot, but do you think Blood DK can be meta again in Season 3? I don't see why it's not meta now, honestly. So I have a different opinion of what's important about tanking than I guess most. I'm sure there is a reason they have not merged the servers already, just from a cost of server perspective. Maybe, yeah. There must be a reason, I guess. I don't know if it's a good reason, but yeah. The new Pokemon game is called Sword and Shield, right? Yeah, we know. We're talking about it a lot today. With how the lore is going, it could be possible for 9.0 for factions to be gone, yeah. Yeah, I hope that they have some kind of creative solution to this, because it's a problem, for sure. They just have to rework this game bottom up and completely redesign it, and that's not going to happen.
Set them aflame before the Trust King resurrects them.
It has definitely gotten too big for its own good, though. I would agree. There's like I've been talking about this for a while, but there's just too much to do in WoW. There's no way any one person could ever do all of the things, and that really makes it feel like you're basically not playing any of that content, like it doesn't need to exist, you know. I think he meant to ask if Blood DK will ever be popular pick in top play like it used to be. I don't see why it's not. That's what I'm saying. So like I can't understand if it would be in the future. Like for me, I would take a Blood DK to every single key I ever do because the things they bring are just invaluable, in my opinion. But I know not everybody shares that opinion, so either way, that's my opinion, and I can't really understand the opposite opinion. Like I think the whole Prot Warrior offensive thing is really overblown. Like I don't think it's anywhere near as valuable as people make it sound. And losing that much utility, switching to an offensive tank doesn't seem very valuable to me. Anyway, we need much more focus on Mythic Plus rather than rating. IMO rating is overrated. I disagree with that for sure. I'm definitely happy that they seem to be putting more of the unique and interesting gear in rating this coming season. And trying to appeal to every type of player, and it's spreading the game thin. Yeah, I definitely agree. I think it's time to hammer down on what the game's supposed to be about, and cut out all these stupid like hyper casual difficulties. That would be the first thing I would do with this game. Typically, I would say like a full rebalance of leveling, but that wouldn't really solve the problem as much as just getting rid of LFR, getting rid of normal, Getting rid of normal and heroic dungeons. Just take all this shit out. All these systems that like rip you out of the world and force you into groups with people you didn't even talk to and all this. It's just not good for the game. Those people can just get better at the game. Nobody needs that difficulty. It's not like 5-mans are hard, you know what I mean? If I could do a fucking 18 with these types of people and still like almost upgrade it, we only missed it by 5 minutes, you know what I mean? Then I think anybody can do a 0. Anyway. Yeah, that's what I meant. I love DK, but my group was forcing me to go warrior for DPS. Gotcha. Well, that's a shame. Yeah, I wouldn't play with people in that position, so I can't really rectify my opinion. I would never play with somebody who was like that focused. Like for me, it's like the thing that you are the most passionate about is the thing that will always be better. Like no matter what. Even if like, you know, if I was the best bear in the world and somebody was like, nah, you should change to a different class. I'm going to reset that change, you know, so I'm going to play that class worse by default. So why would I do it? It's just, I'd be worse at it, no matter how much better it is, you know. It's the defense more importantly. Prot Warrior is just far more tanky in general. Yeah, we've had this conversation quite a lot. I also disagree with that, but either way, I wouldn't say that that's why people are playing Warrior right now. I mean, if that's the case, then Brewmaster would be way higher in the meta, right? Because if Warrior is good, Brewmaster is amazing as well. Anyway, definitely with you there. Rating and high-end PvP. Dropping a lot of frames here. Rating and high-end PvP should be endgame along with Mythic Plus. And meaningful quest chains like Atiesh and Classic. Nice. Yeah, that'd be cool. More quest chains would be nice. Death and AoE Death Grip is just too unique and useful. Yeah. Hey Edgar, what's up? Long time no see. What have you been up to, man? Prot Warrior is only tanky as fuck in physical fights, right? Yeah. And like I said, it'd be the same with Brewmaster. Anyway, here you go. The new WoW is you level 1 to 6 through Classic. Then you hit 60. Your next level is 110. Then you level from 110 to 120 and skip all the unimportant. That'd be an interesting idea, yeah. They already nerfed the Brewmaster PvP essence. It now splits the damage, making it pretty bad for AoE. Oh, really? Well, that makes sense. I mean, that definitely needed to change, so. Oh, well, at least we got an 18 done. I'm going to crash the game right now because it seems like we're having a lot of frame drops. So let's do that quick. Anyway, Troll Top Warrior and Brewmaster says he takes more damage on a 15 on Brewmaster than a 20 on Warrior. That's surprising to hear that. Magic damage is scary for Prot Warrior, gotcha. It's on the Titan Forge podcast. What does that mean? Not accounting for Purified? Yeah, that's why I don't understand that. Like, I don't know. People are dead set on Warriors. Feel free. Also, Beguiling seems to be better for DK than Warrior. You think? One way or the other, the Emissary of Tides, it does pure magic damage. It's only frost damage. So, pretty nuts. How come you're guaranteed 410 gear in weekly chests with 10 or higher, but not guaranteed 410 gear out of chest when completed? The chest gives 400 gear, so it's 10 item levels lower on purpose. Alright, hopefully we can get a couple more in here. It's only noon. It's kind of crazy. Let's go Bear for Beguiling. I cannot wait to play Bear next season for sure. Another 19 King's Rest. Should I even join that, to be honest? Like, why would I join that? I guess I might have to though, because there's only like one key. Noon for you, 7 p.m. for me. Yeah. Time zones are crazy. It was nice to start earlier, though. Hopefully got don't do kings ever. I like doing the dungeon. It's just never successful, like ever. Anyway, I liked starting early. It was nice. We got to see some new faces. I don't know if, I guess a couple of them are from Australia as well, and like Arno in Japan. He wasn't here early, though. He was here like around the normal time. Although it feels like, because I'm 3 hours in, it feels like it's like late afternoon already, though. When I look down at the clock, I'm like, what the fuck? I might not have even started the stream. Like, we're almost done with the stream, and I probably wouldn't have even started it. some days. What the hell? These guys are like looking for a 19 tool. Yeah, no keys right now. I really wish you could remove this from the list as well. I know they're not doing it on purpose, but I hate that the search feature searches and finds keys like this, even though they're they're not actually doing the key I'm looking for. 18 mother load. Okay, this would be one. We could sign up to this. Hopefully continue to learn more about motherload. This is definitely the week to do a bunch of skipping and shit for sure. Did you see they nerfed some of the trash though? Why so little keys? I don't know. There was actually a lot of keys when I started, but no, not a lot right now. Maybe people are taking a break for lunch or something. Why did they nerf Echo Blade and Motherload? Because it's more dangerous than it probably should be. Yeah, they nerfed some of the trash in Motherload. I would check it out. Hey Metro, there is a potential for you to be ahead of everyone in the game in terms of Beguiling. What do you mean? A lot of the top Mythic players are not touching the PTR. Oh, really? Why? I mean, it doesn't matter. It's not like it's gonna... This game lets you pick any starter from any generation. This is the greatest. Yeah, I picked Turtwig too. Arno was very skeptical of my pick on Turtwig. I don't know why. I think Turtwig is a really good Pokemon and a really unique typing. Andreas Roussos. How's it going? What are you up to? Anyway. Hey, Metro. Hey, Sean, what's up? There's a potential for you to be of everyone ahead of everyone in the game in terms of Frost Mage. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Why do pugs join keys expecting flawless 3-chest runs? Because they have mental disability, I guess. I don't know. Echo Blade are from the Weaponsmith. I think so, yeah. The Silence, yeah, that's correct. There's a lot of damage. Mobs in that part of the dungeon do a lot of damage, so. I hope he doesn't invite this guy. This guy was really bad damage. Actually, he wasn't bad overall, but it felt like wherever it mattered, he did bad damage. Turtwig, yeah, Torchic is like the OP. That it should probably be removed, because Turtwig is like gonna solo the game for you, honestly. But I don't know. If I was gonna take a fire type, yeah, I invited him. If I was gonna take a fire type, it would definitely be a Charizard for sure. I've never joined a pug and have someone expect 3 chests. Yeah, I've never seen it either. Disbanded the 15. Elitist as fuck mage pulled extra groups for me. We wiped and then left because we weren't gonna time it. Yeah, that's a shame. Anyway, hey, what's up, Andreas? How's it going? Thanks for the sub. Mudkip is the best starter. Mudkip's a really good pick too, especially in Reborn. Mudkip and Turtwig are great picks in Reborn because you can get the ground type early. Although I don't think Turtwig actually becomes a ground type in his second evolution, right? It's not till his third evolution. Is that correct? Oh, you've retracted your message. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I would definitely say Mudkip's a great pick. If you're not looking to use Torchic, if you're not looking to just blow the game over with Torchic, then Mudkip's a great pick. Pugs can be super elitist if they have 100 more score than the rest of the group. Yeah, that's the funny part, right? It's like such an irrelevant metric anyway, and people are like, oh, my score is slightly higher than yours. It's just kind of annoying. Anyway, I don't know anything about Pokemon. What's the difference between good ones and bad ones? Base stat total is often the best indicator. Some Pokemons are just mathematically better than others. Other things that might be a big deal is typing and moveset. You have a limited amount of moves in Pokemon, so move pool, yeah, it's a big one. That's the main thing I've been trying to rebalance in my game. Is base stat total and move pool, and typing as well. Actually, I've given a lot of a lot of Pokemon that usually were solo, like single type, giving dual type. Try to balance things out better. I plan on doing a full rebalance of the entire video game, and I've already probably done a good amount of it. Anyway, I always try my hardest, but I don't look for pugs if I want to time a key. I ask guildies or friends that I know are good. Gotcha. A normal series of events, I get hit by Echo Blade, healer doesn't dispel me, Force Cannon goes out, and I can't help because silence. Everyone gets hit. Yeah, that's basically how it always works. So I've just started stunning the silence now to try to get ahead of that series of events as you described it. Anyway, that's really the one thing that I wish they did better in like gold, silver, is better move pools. Yeah, I mean the early gen vanilla games were fucking terrible with move pools. Horrible. Some moves were so overpowered and most Pokemon just didn't have access to some moves. Anyway, Motherload is the second worst key this week on Best Keystone. Gotcha. So that's the #1 thing I'm looking to accomplish in my Pokemon game, is a much better balance of all Pokemon. Like, I'm trying to balance every single Pokemon to be viable, and that includes like very low tier Pokemon that you might think are just trash. I'm buffing them and helping them out in ways. And anyway, why even pull those packs if you don't have to? Which ones? Dig Gen 1. Yeah, I mean Gen 1's Pokemon and like world is great, but it's hard to go back to like a time when the game was developed so poorly. Anyway, the Echo Blade guys. Well, you'd have to skip like the whole half of that dungeon if you were gonna skip them at all. You can't pull any trash in that area and not pull some of those. But yeah, realistically, they're very easy to deal with. People just need to be ahead of them. People aren't. That's always the problem. You can crud across. I'm not aware of how you could skip 100% of them, but either way, it's very easy as a Blood DK. Lots of ways to manipulate them easily. That's why I love doing this dungeon, because Blood DK got a lot of counters to this trash. There's a lot of things I can do to make the trash very easy. I remember when Pokemon was newish, they would give you choices between like Umbreon and Flareon. The difference was just disgusting. Yeah, exactly. Did you see Nah, I haven't seen Detective Pikachu. I won't see it. I like Pokemon. I like playing Pokemon. It's just like WoW. Like, I love doing certain things in WoW, but I'm not gonna go do like RP and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's the same for me. Like, I've never seen the Warcraft film either, right? Like, I don't think I would enjoy these things. Kill the pack behind the house, then cut across through the rats. You have to get reaping first, though. Gotcha. Pack behind the house has a whatever they're called. One of those mobs in it, though. Oh, man. Go from left rats by the conveyor belt to middle rats, then across to the shack. Gotcha. Do you ever play Brewmaster? No. My Brewmaster is still 110. The Warcraft movie was pretty decent, honestly, but they had to leave out so much of lore because of the time limit. It's just 1 versus 3 of them either way, I guess, yeah. But how do you skip the pack that's, like, right in front of the... I don't know. Either way. I'm down to try whatever these guys want to try, but those mobs don't scare me at all. Or people can just use their spells to disrupt the trash, and it's not an issue. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's really not that dangerous. People making it sound way more dangerous than it is. Alright. So, pretty good comp here. Ellie Shaman, hopefully. It's good comp. Got an actual Bloodluster as well. Couple under-geared people, though. 410. It's hard to believe that these guys are 410. They're lower item level than my alts. Because some of the, like this ring, he's probably got a higher item level ring, but he wouldn't wear it. That's weird. Versatility enchant, crit enchant. That always concerns me. Makes me think people don't know what they're going for. Got a lot of versatility gems, though. I wonder if that's the right play on Ellie? That does not sound like that would be the right play. But it's all good. I quite like versatility as a stat. If I was to play a DPS in raids, I would probably gem mostly versatility. Obviously helps the survival. That's not the point. Cutting across, if faster than killing those packs with the Echo Blades and less dangerous. But if you skip all of them, you're just going to have no count. Like, again, there's like a minimum number of mobs that you have to pull in these dungeons, right? And the packs that you'd be skipping would be a lot of count. You'd also be skipping. Ice Fury build is versatility stacking. Oh, I see. Gotcha. I haven't even played the game in like 3 months, and I'm still higher than those guys. Yeah, it's crazy. I was like 410 fucking week the season. Like once the season properly started. Maybe not, though. Probably an exaggeration. Afternoon, Chris. How's it going, buddy? What are you up to? Either way, best not to try thinking on high keys anyway, yeah. It's just not a... I mean, like I said, I'm down to try whatever these guys want to try, but... If we're going to pull trash in that area, I'm not sure how we would have count without pulling those packs. Split ting. What? Just got to work, lol. Pretty stoked, though. Finally got my ret set to 414. Congrats, man. Congratulations. Split ring enchantments are probably due to simulation. Why? What does that mean? What is recommended level for a 10 if you are decent at the game? No gear requirements. You can do a 10 at any gear requirement. I've only done up to a 5. Gotcha. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Gear's not really important. Just let the dudes get in the mechs. Get all the count up front easy. Yeah, but still, that it doesn't really give as much. People say that gives a lot of count, but it doesn't actually give that much count. It doesn't give that much more count than if you just killed the pack normally. DPS usually sim their stats. I know, but what does that have to do with the ring enchant? I simmed my Demon Hunter for enchants as I got new gear and showed crit was better while my other ring simmed verse. Yeah, that's just stupid. I don't know how, like, if that is what your sim is telling you, then it's wrong, I think, right? Like, I don't understand. Why would enchanting one ring one thing and enchanting a second ring a different thing? Why would that be a good idea? You really want 60% when you get to the second boss, or 80% if you want to skip to the end boss after the third, right?
5, 4.
It's true, lol.
3,
I did a 10 on the first day. I
2,
hit 120 in Shadow
1.
Priest. So I was like 350 eye level, and we timed it just fine. Yep. Evening, all Metro. Hope all went well in the raid with Rosticon yesterday. Hey, Theodorus. What's up, buddy? So 370 should be good for a 10. I mean, you're not going to get invited, but no. Gotta be very careful in here in bolstering. If we're not doing any shenanigans. Anyway, peaked my verse, I think was the idea. Yeah, I don't. There's not like hard caps in the game anymore to my knowledge, so I don't know. Anyway, like my BM Hunter, simmed haste as best, changed one item, haste was worse, and crit was highest. Yeah, so that just tells me that the sim is not well made, right? I mean, that kind of stuff really confuses me, and I don't know who's making these things, but I would have a lot of trouble trusting in them, honestly. If there's not like a uniform stat weight in the game, then why are we simming in the first place? Like, what's the value of it? If one stat is not uniformly better, then why bother? Anyway. They all have stick legs and arms. Just find a group of friends to run it. That's what I did. I ran my core guild team that I run with. We spammed 10s and 11s all week for gear and climbed to 398. Nice. Yeah, good option. The sims are kind of suspect sometimes, especially when I sim Sin Rogue. Gotcha. It happens when two stats have very similar weights, right? Sims are iffy. I don't trust them usually. Yeah, I'm definitely in that boat. Famous arguments with some of the theory crafters out there, quote unquote. They don't seem to understand that while math, I'm sure, is great, a mathematical model would be ideal. There's no way to accurately represent every type of PvE in this game in a single mathematical model. It's just impossible. So to not recognize that is very, like, you're inviting a lot of bias into your sim. And it honestly everybody should be aware of that. Like, to then try to get people to blindly follow your math is very, that's unfair. That's very unfair to the community. Anyway, not just stats sim, but it almost feels like it doesn't sim some Azurite traits correctly. Yeah. Adding some of one stat can change the values enough to out another on top. They aren't static. They change depending on how much you have, right? So that's what I'm saying. So, like, the sim is very unreliable then if that's the case. I would just rather pick the stat that I think is going to help me the most. And even if mathematically it's slightly inferior, it's better than having to constantly change my enchants and gems every day because I got a small upgrade.
Beware.
They act like nothing ever happens. There is only two sims too, which is Hectic Cleave and Patchwork. It doesn't track fights like Mechatorque, for example, which a lot of downtimes. Yeah, exactly. It's just, yeah, it's impossible to have an equal variable mathematical model for all types of PvE in this game, so I don't see a value in it. If you're only worried about Patchwork, then maybe, but those fights don't exist in this game anymore, so I don't know. I need to look into it more for sure. Yeah, I would recommend everybody does, because just don't question, or just question everything. You know what I mean? That's what I would advise. Like, don't let somebody else tell you exactly what you need to do to play your character. Think for yourself, and you know, take everybody's word as an opinion. And if you disagree with their opinion, figure out why. If you don't, you know, if you agree with their opinion, understand why. And yeah, just question everything. That's what I would recommend. Anyway, in Uldir, I think Windwalker Monk simmed the highest. Don't think I did see a single one. Yeah, Windwalker was actually simming really, like, theoretically really high for some reason. Windwalker was highest before the kick nerf. What is that? I trust Drain. Yeah, I mean, actually your own iterations. Like, if you just did thousands of tests on a dummy, that would be way more useful than a sim, to be honest. Real world conditions are way more valuable, yet nobody seems to do them anymore. I remember in the early days, I knew people who would literally just sit on dummies for hours, like 4 or 5 hours on dummies. Now everybody's like, oh yeah, I just sim it. It's like, well, you're trusting that sim is going to be able to replicate real world scenarios, and it used to be able to before a Mythic Plus and how the fights have changed, but it's just not realistic. Anyway, why are you pulling Mother like that? Because I have a 100% count route that if these people aren't fussed about, I'm going to do. Anyway, at the start of BFA, it sure looked like Windwalker were going to be gods, you think? I smack dummies, nice. Careful, they might hit you back. I do both, Metro. I sim my trinkets and then go to test on dummies to see if it's accurate. Yeah, that's probably the best way to do it. Sims obviously have some value, so as long as you're questioning that value by testing IRL, or, you know, testing in practicality. Anyway, Windwalker is extremely good when they had the high as fuck sun kick traits, but it got nerfed by 65%. Gotcha. How is hitting a training dummy in any way more accurate representation of the game than a patchwork sim, though? Because it's you doing it, not some theoretical machine that is going to do it. Anyway, sorry, I had to take the register again. 11-hour workday today. No big deal, man. You gotta work. You gotta work. Where do you work that you're open this late? Wait, why am I in combat? I got a little too close to the mobs, unfortunately. Oh, a grocery store, I get you. Smart.
Beware. Beware.
Anyway, so Rasta went well, I hope? No, not at all, unfortunately. It also depends on what you're doing. I found that when I sim, it only gives you single target fights. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's just too many different types of encounters nowadays, especially with Mythic Plus. It's just, yeah, like I said, it's impossible to sim to create a mathematical model for something so diverse as WoW is today. What's going on with this Windwalker? Anyway, for instance, it said I would do more with Inquisition over Divine Purpose. Divine Purpose is far better at Mythic Plus. Right. Interesting choice. Aggro trash with that. Anyway, player skill is also a factor. Yep, it's definitely a big factor for a lot of people. Just seems odd to me pulling 3 mob packs and motherload. It's bolstering, you know that, right? Not pulling around the poor Shami will do no damage. Gotcha. I'm more worried about bolstering than I am worried about anybody's damage, that's for sure. Anyway, I know, but I'm lazy. Gotcha. 18 motherload. Yeah, hopefully this one goes well. Be our second 18 of the week. Oops. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Why the fuck would anybody do that? Oh man, what a mess.
Beware.
The shaman just like fucked this so hard twice in a row here. It's crazy. Anyway, what does patchwork mean? It means you literally just stand still and don't do anything. Like no mechanics. 100% uptime on a single target. That's what patchwork is. It's a reference to the original Nax fight, which was literally no mechanics. It was just extremely hard, like very hard. Everything was tuned extremely high, and it was literally just damage. You got to maximize your HPS and your offense, and that was it. That's how you beat the boss. I just want to try and complete my 7 Waycrest Manor, and I'm a happy camper. Nice, man. You can get together with John. You guys can do some 7s together. DPS race, yeah, but more importantly, like a boss with no mechanics and 1 target. A boss where you will have 100% uptime and no mechanics. Lol. The actual patchwork was a gear check fight, but that's not what a sim patchwork is referencing. Like that's not related at all. It's just a single target with no loss of uptime, which is again completely unrealistic. Never gonna happen. There will never be a fight like this again. Anyway, I love the original patchwork with the original troll berserking. Yeah. Next has got some cool fights. Anyone want to go do 16 freeholds with 4 prot warriors and a healer? I don't have a prot warrior, sorry. I still haven't done Nax on Northdale. Oh yeah. How is it? Were people like crushing it or what? I bet. I have a 413 prot. Nice. Good luck. Alright, well this has been a terrible start, honestly. It actually took a minute, man. What does that mean? Because I think people need to farm mats and stuff for frost resist gear. Oh yeah. Gotcha. I've heard a lot of reports from the actual beta, classic beta, that like PvE like elites are not doing very much damage. I wonder if that's going to continue through raids. I'm only good with player names. Haven't learned the real ones yet. Gotcha. Like it took a few weeks, really? That's weird. On the original Elysium server, people killed it within 2 weeks. I think the most it took was 4 days for 4 bosses, or 4 days of progression. Yeah, I think the private servers are overtuned. Yeah, it seems that way.
Beware.
Is he serious? No. Good rule of thumb with him is he is never serious. Yeah, just for fun, right?
5, 4.
Okay, our pet's gonna get broken pretty quickly here.
1.
And we have no rune weapon. Probably gonna happen as we're getting knocked back. Yes. It's fine. Anyway, they want to make classic fun for all players, even the LFO type people. Content will be undertuned. I think it's just private servers are overtuned. Honestly, I don't think. Classic is going to be exactly as it was in the old days, and I think that's just easier than people remember it. Anyway, could you imagine if a Guardian Druid had the same healing as a Blood DK? It wouldn't be balanced, but I mean, you can like feasibly do a lot of healing with all these different items that are in the game now. It's kind of crazy. Anyway, it was crazy. My last round with 3 warriors, healers, and DPS, we 2-chested at 15. It was crazy seeing how prot DPS. Nice. Hit me up if you do another. There you go. I think he's on EU though, right?
Beware. Beware.
Anyway, so whoever this John has just